ad? Like, what is this ad trying to tell me? You start out as a newbie and you're kind of this punk girl, and then as you level up, you just get shorter, and your boobs get bigger, and your hands go from looking like regular fists to kind of looking like little tiny nubs. I don't know, you get hustle castle, and yet you go from being like a punk looking kind of girl to being in this like sexy suave red dress, neither of which seem very medieval. And the caption is, "You can do everything in this game." Really? Because I can't figure out even one thing that you can do in this game. It's just people standing still and looking kind of like drowsily at the camera. I mean, if you really can do everything in this game, this ad does not do a very good job of presenting that. So like I said, I think that this ad is getting targeted towards a lot of people that follow me because I've been getting this one requested a lot. But apparently this game, Hustle Castle, has like a shit ton of ads, and this is not the weirdest one. In fact, this is probably the most tame one. Apparently Hustle Castle has been like spamming Twitter with these ads. They're all over, and they're all really weirdly sexual, and they make me very uncomfortable. I've seen tweets of people saying that they blocked the account that was giving them ads for this, and they kept getting ads because apparently the company that makes this game has like multiple accounts, so that even if you block one, you'll still keep getting ads for it, and you have to block all of them to stop. But I mean, come on. How bad could the ads possibly be? You're probably wondering. It's just a mobile game ad. Like, how messed up could they possibly make an ad for such a cartoonish, harmless app? So, does this answer your question? What the fuck is going on here? I honestly don't know. And I certainly don't want to hazard a guess because I fear it's too heinous to say. I'm not trying to get demonetized. Actually, probably just even showing this ad is gonna get me demonetized. I don't know how this passes Twitter's guidelines for promoted material. This seems pretty fucked up. Okay, so this one's got the same caption as the other one. You can do everything in this game. I guess that caption makes a little bit more sense in this context. I guess in order to prove that you can do everything in this game, they had to show something that no other game would do. To be like, yeah, we really did add in everything, even shit that you would never want to do and shouldn't be in games. We even added that in, so you can do everything in this game. I would like to know who this ad appeals to. Like, who sees this ad and is like, oh, finally, a game that lets you do everything, even the stuff that I want to do, which is this. I didn't even know that this kind of thing existed until I saw this ad, but now that I know that it exists, I want to do it. I'm so tired of games where you have to save the damsel in distress. I want to be the one putting the damsel in distress. I would like to be distressing the damsel. And what better way to distress the damsel than this? I can't think of a single better way. She looks pretty fucking distressed to me. Actually, she doesn't. She looks pretty tame, to be honest. Especially considering what's happening to her. She's just kind of like, aww. Kind of disappointed. Not this again. Okay, this one has a different caption. Not children's game! Not children's game! So at first when I saw this ad, I thought, uh-oh. This is not good. I was like, is this woman about to seduce two gigantic dragons and have sex with them? But then I thought, no, Danny, get your mind out of the gutter. You pervert, you rapscallion. There's no way that this mobile game would be advertising that you can be a woman and have sexual intercourse with two gigantic dragons. There's no way that they would put that in a game. But that was foolish. Because you can do everything in this game. And that includes dragon birth. That's right. Because level 13 is dragon birth. This is the next ad that I saw for this game. I saw them in sequential order, and boy was I surprised when I saw this. So apparently when you reach level 13 in the game, you have sex with some dragons, and then it's time to just start popping out dragon eggs. You're in pain, in great pain, screaming, it appears. The doctor's shocked, because he's never seen anything like it. He's holding your little dragon eggs, and the dragon is just peering through the window like, hell yeah, I did that. I'd just like to point out one thing, because I don't know a lot, but I do know just one thing about childbirth, and that's that the woman supplies the eggs. So do you mean to tell me that the woman had dinosaur eggs in her this whole time? Maybe that's why the doctor's so confused. He's like, wait, Did you have dinosaur eggs? I guess I've never seen a human egg up close, so I don't have much to compare it to. Why does the egg have scales? I know the dragon should have scales when it comes out, but never seen an egg with scales. Something's not adding up about this whole dragon birth thing. Maybe if I overanalyze it a little bit more, it'll start to make sense. Honestly, this whole situation is messed up, but I do think that it is a little rude of them to not at least let the dragon into the hospital. He's got to be peering through the window to watch the birth of his firstborn son. Come on. It seems a little bit barbaric and, dare I say it, racist against dragons. If he's willing to be there for his darling bride on this most important day of her life, I think he should be allowed in the delivery room. He's being a supportive father, but no, instead he just has to stick his long ass neck in through the window and watch his wife give birth to his dragon spawn. This ad just doesn't even make sense. What are they trying to show? When you go from level 15 pro to level 35 master, nothing changes. You get a different color jumpsuit and that's it. Nothing else happens. Your butt is still just as round and you still got little nubs for hands and tiny, tiny baby feet. I'm astounded by how tiny their feet are. Did nobody notice that when they were making this? They literally have baby feet. You can do everything in this game. There's mom and dad and there's their daughter and you can do everything in this game. And they're all just kind of looking at each other. So what the hell do you guys think this one means? Cause I'm definitely not liking the look of it. Is that the doctor from the earlier? Yeah, it is. Oh, he has a family of his own. What the hell is this game? Like, what do you even do in this game? I've seen so many ads for this game and could not tell you, like, what the gameplay is. Is it like an RPG? Do you just walk around doing whatever the hell you want? You can have sex with a dragon. You could do that, whatever that is. You can just sit around with your big butt and your tiny little feet and just look at the camera. What do you do in this game? So I went to the actual App Store page for this app to take a look. So the game is called Hustle Castle Fantasy Kingdom. Co-op battles, build the castle of your dreams, crush the enemy, take part in adventures, conquer the world, complete hundreds of missions. So basically, none of the stuff that was in the ads. Just a regular medieval fantasy game. So then what's up with the ads? Okay, we've reached the point in the video where I would now like to talk about my favorite ad maybe ever. This is an ad for a game called Polysphere. A lot of people sent me this ad, so I'm guessing that a good number of you might have seen this. It seems like they advertised it to a lot of people. They probably spent a lot of money advertising this. And I just have endless questions about this ad. So at first it just seems like a pretty normal ad for a game. It looks like this game where you have to move around this like cloud of fragmented pieces until you get the image that you are supposed to get. But then a couple seconds into the ad, text messages start popping up on the top of the screen from someone named X, who I guess is supposed to be some past lover of ours. They immediately start going off and insulting us, as you can clearly see by her first text, which says, "You suck." And they just keep popping up at the top of the screen, just weird insults. And it's hard to even tell like what she's upset about or what she's trying to get across, because they're just kind of like vague and confusing insults. Like, does she know that we're playing this game and she knows we're having a hard time solving the puzzle and that's why she's texting us? Because it's things like, gonna cry, gonna piss your pants maybe, huh? Little baby gonna piss your pants, little kid. So it's pretty weird, right? It's a pretty weird ad. Definitely very confusing. It doesn't really make you want to download the game. Doesn't really explain why your ex would be texting you such mean things while you're trying to play this game. But guess what? It gets weirder. Because we haven't turned on the sound yet. Because not only is your ex texting you insults while you're playing the game, she's also like apparently standing right next to you and verbally insulting you while you play the game. So I'm just gonna play the ad once through and just let you listen to the whole thing and just take it all in.
Ha ha ha. You think you can just let me come into your life and then just dispose of me like a battery? You're mine, Josh. Not your girlfriend's, not God's. You're mine, Josh. Mine. Not your so-called pastor's, not God's. Now and forever.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Don't look at me. So like, I'm so confused how this is even an advertisement for the game. Is this what they're trying to tell us will happen if we play the game? Like you'll download it and then all of a sudden your ex will start texting you and telling you how bad you are at the game, and then not only will she be texting you, but she'll also be standing right next to you, just bent over and yelling in your ear about how bad you are at the game? Or no, not even how bad you are at the game. That's not, because that's not what she's talking about. She's saying some weird random shit about how you're hers forever. This ad it has got to be one of the weirdest I've ever seen, because not only is the whole concept weird and makes no sense, but like the more times you listen to it, the more you catch little details that make it even weirder. It's like a fever dream. Like the weird laugh at the beginning. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. What a lazy evil laugh. Ha ha ha. Then she says, "You think you can dispose of me like a battery?"
You think you can just let me come into your life and then just dispose of me like a battery?
Like, is that the first thing you think of when you think of disposable things? A battery? I can think of so many other things that I throw away more often than batteries. Napkins. Batteries. Okay, so I guess it's just napkins, but she should have said napkins. Then she starts saying, "You're mine, you're not this person's, you're not that person's, you're not so-and-so's, you're mine."
You're mine, Josh.
And there's like no rhyme or reason that I can discern for the people that she's listing. She says, "Not your girlfriend's, not God's," which is a really drastic jump. Going from like, "Your new girlfriend has nothing on me, you're gonna come crawling back to me in no time," to, "You do not belong to God, bitch! You belong to me!" It just seems a little drastic. Then she says, "You're not your so-called pastors." But why does she say, what does so-called pastor mean? What, is he not a real pastor? What does she know that we don't about our pastor? Not that homeless person that dresses up in a robe and goes out in public and yells at people about the end of the world that you call your pastor. Then she says, "Not God" again. She says God twice.
Not God's.
Don't know why she had to circle back to that. Just had to make it really clear. You are not God's. You're not your girlfriend's. You're not God's. You're not your pastor. And you're definitely not God's.
Now and forever.
I really feel like some backstory would be really helpful in this ad, but at the same time, I definitely don't want any more information about what's going on. I hope that I don't sound insane and that this ad really is as weird as I think it is, but I've watched this so many times, just trying to figure out like the thought process behind making this. Like, what did they think that they were doing? Who did they think they were gonna persuade to download the app by making this? I don't understand. All right, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to join Greg. Greg is my family here on YouTube. All you have to do to join is subscribe and turn on notifications, and then guess what? You are officially blood related to everybody else in Greg. That's how it works, because we're a family. Don't ask any questions, and definitely don't look it up. It is true. If you want to snag tickets to come see me on tour, here are all of the shows that still have tickets available. If you go to wearetwodifferentpeopletour.com or the link in the description, you can snag those. Make sure you do that quick. Thank you, Taryn Does Art, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I cry so much that I fill up this entire room and I drown in a pool of my own tears. Bye! This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have any? What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of The Boy Zone, your one-stop shop for tips and tricks on how to be a good boy. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of posts like this on the internet. I've seen them on Instagram. I've seen them on Twitter. They're basically posts with tips and tricks on how to be a more successful boy. And I don't know if Instagram is directly targeting me specifically because they think I need to work on being a boy better, or if everybody is seeing these, but I really want to talk about them because a lot of them are very disturbing. Accounts like Success Tips and Age of Attitude and The Boys Club. Sorry, ladies, this one's for boys only. It's the Boys Club. Cody Co just did a video on some accounts that are very similar to this, and by just did a video, I mean he literally posted it as I was sitting down to record this video, so great minds think alike, I guess. If you haven't watched Cody's video, go watch that as well. I made sure that we're not talking about the exact same things in this video. Here's a good example. At age 25, others want to get married and have kids, but I want my parents in the backseat of my Audi. Yep, that's what being a boy is all about. That's the dream. Some people just want to call it quits early, you know? They want to get married, have kids, but not me. I don't need a fulfilling relationship with someone I love. You know what I do need? A car. I need to fall in love with a car. And I definitely don't want kids in my backseat crying. I want my parents in the backseat crying. I don't know why that's my goal, but I've just always wanted to do it. Life is all about becoming an Uber driver for your parents. This one is from the account Success Tips. You can ignore my message, but in my dreams, you're mother of my 3 kids. I don't know if I would really call that a success tip. I can't see how saying this to anyone would make you more successful in any field. Not to mention how creepy it is. Jesus. I mean, what are your messages to this woman? Is this one of them? Because if so, I totally understand why she hasn't responded. Look, I know we've never spoken before, and I know I got your number by breaking into my friend's phone, and I know that you have me blocked because I keep sending you weird messages like, I want you to have my babies, but I just want to let you know that there's nothing you can do to stop me from imagining a world where we're together. And you love me. And you're birthing my children. We have 3 beautiful children together, Vanessa. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Okay, here's some actual good, valuable advice to be a successful boy. Don't fall in love until your handsome enemy gets married. So the message here is... Wait, what? Why would you not want to fall in love until your handsome enemy gets married? Is it because if I fall in love before my handsome enemy gets married, he might try to steal my love away? Is that why? Because he's so handsome? So do I have to wait until my handsome enemy is already in a committed relationship to fall in love? Because I know he's not going to want to mess up his own relationship just to mess up mine. And how do they know that I have such a handsome enemy? Is everyone's enemy so handsome? Because goddamn, my arch nemesis is... gorgeous. All the comments seem to understand what it means too. True, yes, true, wow, awesome. LOL, yes. Best revenge. Best revenge? Revenge for what? For your enemy getting married? Haha! You may be married, nemesis, but look at me. I'm also in love. No. So... take that. It can't be. I bet you'll think about this next time you decide to fall in love and get married. Because you know that if you do, I might also do that, and that would be bad for you. No! All right, boys, listen up, because this one's important. Let them say what they want. Just keep doing you. You know, a lot of pages post this type of message. I've seen this a lot. Posts that are like, don't listen to what anybody else says. Just do what you want. Anyone that says anything negative to you is a hater. And fuck that noise, son. You don't need to listen to haters. And I just feel like that's a huge oversimplification of why people say negative things. Like if everybody's telling you that you're being an asshole and you should stop being an asshole, then I feel like you're probably an asshole and you should stop doing that. But to be fair, if people tell you to stop doing this, they're delusional, bro. Fuck them. They don't know what they're talking about. You get right back on your recliner, strapped to the roof of your car, you know, grab your mop, and just keep doing you, dog. Big dreams doesn't match with the lazy ass. You know the big, giant, lazy ass that everybody knows about? Yeah, big dreams don't match with that. So if you have any dreams related to that big, lazy ass, you better get rid of them now. You know, big dreams might not match with the lazy ass, but it does match with the fat ass. I got big dreams and an even bigger ass. This one is about overcoming your enemies, and I think that this is really important for us boys, because us boys, we got a lot of enemies. They fooled me until they got to know who were really fooled. What does this mean? Is it them that was being fooled the whole time? The enemy? Because it doesn't say who was fooled in this. It just says that they got to know who were really fooled. So it's like they thought that they were fooling me, but really I was fooling them the whole time? I guess that's cool. Okay, so this would sound cool if it wasn't worded so poorly. Imagine being in a confrontation with your arch nemesis who thinks they've just duped you, which is a situation that happens to us boys all the time. Us boys are constantly getting into altercations with our arch nemesis. Imagine he thinks he's duped you and you say this, thinking that it's gonna sound cool. Admit it, I fooled you. You're done. Oh, really? Well, you know what they say. They thought they fooled me until they got to know who were really fooled. Huh? You heard me. You thought that you had been fooling me, but it turned out that you were the one finding out that someone else were getting fooled. Who else is getting fooled? Somewhere else in that someone is, of what someone would be getting fooled. I don't understand. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm having a stroke. I'm not Facebook status. You don't have to like me. I'm not Facebook status? Wouldn't it be I'm not a Facebook status? Or is it talking about someone named Facebook status? This person named Facebook status, who we all have to like. I'm not like Facebook status, all right? You know that neighbor kid whose parents thought it would be funny to name him Facebook status, and now his mom's always making us hang out with him? I'm not like him. Hey guys, it's me, Facebook status. And you have to like me. My mommy says so. Okay, grammatical errors aside, this still doesn't make any sense because nobody forces you to like Facebook statuses. Look, I'm not like Facebook statuses, okay? If you don't like me, Mark Zuckerberg's not gonna come in through your window in the middle of the night and eat your firstborn son like he would with a Facebook status just because he's contractually obligated to due to the terms and conditions that we all agree to when we sign up for Facebook. That just ain't me, baby girl. Yeah, I just don't understand what this post is trying to say. It's just trying to say, you don't have to like me, which is just true about anything and anyone ever. So, I guess I agree. Comment yes, letter by letter if you agree. I don't know why Instagram posts do that. They always say to comment things letter by letter, so when you go into the comments, you'll see someone comment like Y-E-S. I guess because if you get more comments, Instagram will put you higher up on like the explore page and stuff like that. Aw, all these people disagree. I love chicken more. At least it died for me. Yeah, again, this isn't a success tip. And who is this directed towards? Just anyone? Or like your girlfriend or something? Is this what you're supposed to say to your girlfriend? Like when she tells you that she loves you? Sweetie, I love you. Yeah, well, I love chicken, all right? At least it died for me. It died for me. This chicken, before it died, it saw me and it said, I want you fuckers to turn me into a chicken nugget. And I want that guy to eat me. At least, what does he mean by at least? Like, at least the chicken died for me. At the very least. I mean, couldn't you just at the very least die for me, babe? To show me that you really love me? Just die for me and let me eat you. It's the only way I can be successful, according to Instagram. Things get a lot more drastic on this account called The Boys Club. You can either have a girlfriend or self-respect. Jesus, what a bold statement. This has 22,000 likes. Almost 23. Actually, I was just the 23,000th like, because I agree. A lot of these posts just seem like they're written by really bitter, lonely dudes who are trying to express how sad and lonely they are, but trying to make it come off as them being successful. Yeah, that's right. I don't have a girlfriend because I respect myself. Not because I scared them all away by saying things like, in my dreams, you're the mother of my children. It's because I respect myself. Look, I'm just not willing to give up on all of the amazing opportunities life has to offer just to be with a woman. I mean, gosh, if I date a woman, I might never get the chance to drive my parents around in an Audi. I really like the Boys Club because everything they say tries to sound super cool, but then pretty much every post is ruined by grammatical errors and spelling mistakes. Everything is easy if you are crazy. Nothing is easy is you are lazy. Is that a question? Nothing is easy. As you are lazy, don't tell me I belong in your heart. You know I don't lick fuck. You know I don't lick crowded places. That would have sounded so like emo and epic if they didn't mess up that word. Babe, you know I don't lick crowded places. What, do you see me going to Disney World and licking the floor, you dumb bitch? So don't let me into your heart, all right? Because I'm not gonna lick it. I'm not gonna lick the inside of your heart. Because your heart is shared with a bunch of other dudes, and if they're sick, I don't want to, if I'm licking in there, I don't want to get, whatever they got. I found my own light when you left me in darkness. Darkness? What is darkness? Just like this dark void where everyone's just saying, darn. How could you leave me here? Darn it. Why? Darn. Where am I? Don't sell the sun to buy a candle. Okay. If I'm ever offered this very specific transaction, I will turn it down. I will keep the sun because I own the sun. Okay, so what did we learn? I guess never date anyone ever. Oh, wait until your handsome nemesis gets married until you fall in love. You don't want your handsome nemesis to steal away the love of your life or seduce you. I guess he could try to seduce you. And don't listen to anyone ever. No matter what they say, don't listen to them, just do you. Get that mop, get that recliner, get up on that car and do you. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this one last success tip, and this one's kind of crazy. HelloFresh is tasty. You know, that one doesn't really seem to have anything to do with being a boy or being successful, but you know what? It is a good segue into today's sponsor, HelloFresh. You guys have heard me talk about HelloFresh before. It's great. It's the best meal kit, hands down, that I've used. They basically deliver these amazing meals to your door every week. They do all the planning, prepping, and shopping so you can focus on having a healthier and happier cooking experience. I really like HelloFresh because personally, I hate going to the grocery store, so I can spend less time going to the grocery store because HelloFresh delivers me meals every week, which just means I get to spend more time doing stuff that I love, like riding my bike and making YouTube videos and talking to my dog. I actually feel like I've learned a lot from HelloFresh. I've learned how to fry things in oil with breadcrumbs. I didn't know how to do that before because I am just a simple man. And so even when I'm not using HelloFresh, I feel like I'm using techniques and stuff that I learned from using HelloFresh, which is really great. There's 3 different plans to choose from. There's classic, veggie, and family. The family even has like kid-tested recipes for picky eaters, so you don't have to worry about your kids being little rats about the food. So get out of that recipe rut that you're in and start cooking outside your comfort zone and discover some new delicious recipes. To get started with 8 free meals, that's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and enter promo code TrulyGreg80. That's HelloFresh.com and promo code TrulyGreg80. So have fun, stay healthy and happy with HelloFresh. Hey guys, it's me, Danny, from A Different Day, here with a very special announcement. This Friday, April 26th, I'm releasing my first EP. As most of you probably know, I spend a lot of time working on comedy music, and for the past couple months, I've been working on this EP of 6 songs that I'm releasing this Friday. It's an EP called Bump This. You can pre-order it now on iTunes and Google Play, and there should also be a link to pre-save it on Spotify in the description. So again, it's releasing this Friday. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it because I've been working on it for a really long time without talking about it. So check that out, and now back to me from the other day. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is my YouTube family, but it's not just any family. It's not like other YouTube families. You will literally become blood related to me when you hit that subscribe button and notification button, which means you get all the cool perks of being genetically related to me, like being more predisposed to having a big nose and blue eyes, and you also get all the negative sides of being genetically related to me. Your kids are more prone to being nearsighted. They may be more prone to heart disease and diabetes, as that runs in my family. So if that sounds interesting to you, just make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on my notifications, and you can be Truly Greg. Thank you, Chelsea Allen, for turning on my notifications. You are Truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I go skydiving underground. Bye! This video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Yeah. Over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have it? What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Everybody Gonna Jail. Everybody Gonna Jail. 2020 is the year, man. I don't know what it is about it or the past couple days, but it seems like every YouTuber is gonna go to jail. A couple days ago, I saw that Jake Paul's house was raided by the FBI, and they took, I guess, a bunch of guns, is what it looked like. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why he got so many guns. And now I'm seeing that the Stokes twins, who you may remember from my video about the shirtless twins of Instagram, they are being charged by the police for a fake robbery prank. Now, like me, you may be wondering, what's a fake robbery prank? How do you rob a bank as a prank? Makes you think. Like, did they just rob a bank and when they got caught, they were like, oh no, dude, it's just a prank. I mean, sure, we did actually steal all that money, we held hostages and ended up killing a witness, but it was just a prank, dude. There were cameras everywhere. They were all up on the ceiling. You didn't see them? Technically, they were the bank's security cameras, but there were cameras everywhere, so that makes it a prank. So the way I found out about this is from this article on The Verge. It's called YouTube Prank Star Stokes Twins Charged with Felony After Fake Bank Robbery Video. They're being charged with a felony, according to this article. I don't know if it's like one felony between them because they're twins, so do they each get half a felony? I don't know how that works. I don't know how twin works. Alan and Alex Stokes, 23-year-old twin brothers known best for posting prank videos to YouTube under their channel Stokes Twins, have each been charged with a felony related to a fake bank robbery, the aftermath of which the brothers recorded and posted to YouTube last October. Oh damn, this was posted in October and they're just getting charged for it now? They probably thought they were gonna get away with this scot-free. They thought they'd be able to avoid anyone named Scott. But lo and behold, Here come the Scots.
You letting the Scots outside.
As part of the prank, the two brothers falsely presented themselves as criminals to an Uber driver and other random bystanders. Okay, so they didn't really rob a bank, they're just walking around town pretending that they were criminals. So wait, they got arrested for pretending to be criminals. But since what they were doing was against the law, they're actually criminals. So maybe they shouldn't go to jail after all. Because they were criminals the whole time. I'm smart. Stokes twins, please hire me as your lawyer. These were not pranks. These are crimes that could have resulted in someone getting seriously injured or killed, Todd Spitzer, the Orange County District Attorney, said in a statement. Damn, I love that. These were not pranks. These are crimes. I mean, I gotta agree with him. But honestly, they kind of had to call it a prank, because like what else would they title the video? Fake bank robbery, crime. Not a prank, this is a crime. Epic crime. Crime gone wrong? All right, anyway, that's enough of this article. What do you say we just watch the video? Because I found it. You guys want to check out this video? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Guys, I'm not going to be able to hear you because I edited in these sound effects after the video, so I can't hear anything right now.
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So I'm Alan and I'm Alex.
What is this little baby lullaby music at the beginning? What a weird change of pace. They start with this video of two like crooks violently exiting a building with bags of money. They're running around scrambling. They've got ski masks on and duffel bags full of cash. People are legit scared, like running away because they think they're in real danger. And then it just cuts to them like, hey guys, we're doing a video today. We're gonna be doing a sweet little baby prank. We're playing sweet, soft music to really exemplify the fact that what we think we're doing is really cute and silly, and we don't understand the consequences of our actions at all.
You might be wondering why we're dressed like this, and it's because we're doing a bank robber prank. Yep.
Kind of makes me uncomfortable how funny they think they're being when they're describing this very dangerous prank. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be doing an epic prank. We're gonna be going... I can't even say it. Dude, you made me laugh. Stop. I can't. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I got it. Today we're gonna be hunting people with a bow and arrow. Oh my god, this is gonna be hilarious.
We're gonna be running around in front of people and making it seem like we just got done robbing a bank. Let's try to get this video at 100,000 likes because we're literally risking our lives doing this video.
Okay, wait, so they do understand how dangerous they're being in this video. They just said they're risking their lives, so they know there's a good chance that like the police could get called on them and they could get guns pointed at them. They're like, hey guys, make sure you smash that like button, baby, because we could die from this shit. 1 like equals 1 shock from the defibrillator. But I guess the problem is that they only see the possible harm being to them. They don't seem to understand that other people could be hurt by their actions also.
Excuse me? Do you know where the nearest bank is at? Just like a bank where I can make like a large withdrawal, if you know what I mean. 200? No, I'm trying to make like a larger like amount. You know how tight your security is, or?
Oh, God, I'm so uncomfortable. This dude is just not entertained at all. I really admire this dude's ability to just look so bored and like not impressed by this prank. I feel like this dude, the twin, I don't know if this one is Alex or Alan. I'm just gonna call him Al. I feel like Al thought this dude would be like, oh, this is such a fun prank. Oh, what a fun, silly little thing you're doing. But I gotta give it to this guy. He just straight up stone-faced them. I don't care. What is this? I feel like that's the best thing you can do to a prankster, is just like not react at all. Because how boring of a video would that be? A prank video where nobody gives a shit about the prank that you're doing? I got stabbed! What? In the arm, look! This is dumb. Got him. Epic crime. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to perform CPR on someone. Can you get out of here with your dumb prank? It's not dumb. Next prank.
Ooh, little boy, I'm a monster.
I don't care.
I'm a scary monster, though.
I don't care.
I'm gonna get.
You suck.
Haha, mean. Guys, smash the like button. 1 like equals 1 I don't suck.
You do suck. Cheating on the love of my life prank with a fake girl. She's gonna come in any second and see this. Okay, where is she? Sir, your wife passed away this morning. What? I was one of the officers on the scene. Too late, unfortunately. She collapsed on her way to work. Said something about losing her will to live because her husband is so bad at pranks. A passerby tried to perform CPR, but he said he got distracted by a dumb prank. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to perform CPR on someone. Can you get out of here with your dumb prank? Dumb prank? Dumb prank?
I can't believe it.
He didn't hate my prank. He was just busy. What? No. Also, you're under arrest. Fuck.
Uber for Alan?
Yes. What is it?
Our getaway driver just bailed on us.
Oh, great. Now they're trying to prank an Uber driver. They're trying to make the Uber driver think that he's the getaway driver for a bank robbery.
Where's like this?
Oh, we're going to like a costume party.
Sure.
Yeah. Could you step on it, like step on the gas?
What is this weird? It's not funny.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? I think that really encapsulates this very nicely. This is weird. It's not funny. Imagine if the Uber driver's like not even scared. He's just like giving them an honest critique of their prank. He's like, guys, this is really unoriginal. It's not gonna be funny. And honestly, it's weird. You guys are weird. What do you think their Uber score was after this? Negative 8,000?
Okay, can I just take this right? Just get out of my coffee.
Actually?
Wait, actually? Wait, what? You don't want to be the getaway driver for our epic bank robbery crime?
Like, do you think if we, you know what I'm talking about?
Hey.
What's going on? You guys just get out of an Uber a minute ago?
You're
You're videotaping stuff?
yeah. We
Like a public prank.
One of them just said, we were doing a public prank. A public prank, you know, the kind that you do in public, as opposed to like a private prank. Dude, I was just in the bathroom all by myself and I just pulled an epic private prank. No one's allowed to see it though. That shit was private.
Public prank that gets
So we
about
do, like-
15 police officers in the area hauling butt over here. Because you guys are pulling up mass.
What's your name?
Oh, and right back to it. Just cuts the cop off mid-sentence. The police showed up, told us to stop or they're gonna arrest us, but we ain't got time for that. It's time to prank. It's crime time. I'd say it's prime time for a crime time. Goes to call police. What a weird thing for this guy to do. He just goes to call the police because he thinks he's just witnessed a robbery. Uh-oh, Good Samaritan alert. What a fucking dweeb. So at the end of the video, it shows them going up to a couple of the people that they've pranked throughout the video and like telling them that it's a prank and laughing about it. So apparently they go up to these kids and then they start talking about how the police keep getting called on them all day and they're as if they're like exasperated from it.
Yeah, no, we've had the police calling us like all day. So like,
Which, like, if they were, then why not just stop after the police get called on you the first time? Or maybe stop right after you have the idea for the video.
no. So like there was an Uber. I called an Uber driver, right? And we both got in the car. And then the like people like saw us get in the car with like the ski mask and everything on. And then the Uber driver kicked us out of the car. 1 minute later, there were like 10 cop cars that pulled out like guns on him. Like they were like rifles. They thought he was a getaway driver. So he had like 15 guns like put on. He's like, I'm not even a part of this.
Oh my god. I seriously cannot believe that these two are standing around laughing about this. Standing around joking and laughing about almost getting their Uber driver shot by the police. That's so crazy. This is so weird. Like, I feel like when I've watched the Stokes twins videos before, they've never been like that, like pushing the envelope. It's usually just like really dumb YouTube shit. Like, yeah, their most recent videos, eating 100,000 calories in 24 hours. Extreme bite, lick, or nothing food challenge. I don't know what that means. Here's some really gross food. You can either bite, lick, or nothing! It's the only game show that allows you to do a total cop-out every time. It sounds exciting. How do you get like this? How do you get to a point where First off, you come up with this idea and think it's a good idea. And then second off, you put someone in such serious danger that they could have died for a YouTube video and are standing around laughing about it. I feel like this is a thing that happens with YouTubers, and plenty of people have talked about this before, even like Logan Paul with the whole Japan thing. But you get like so obsessed with getting views on your videos that everything just seems like it's in order to get views. And so then anything crazy that happens while you're shooting a video is just like, oh man, I can't believe we got that on tape. I can't believe this is gonna be such a crazy video. This is gonna get so many views. It's just so weird that it seems like you stop seeing people as people. I didn't see this part of the video when I watched it the first time because I just stopped once they stopped pranking people. That is crazy.
It's gonna get someone potentially gun stuck or someone hurt.
And I just didn't expect this to actually happen because like most of the people are just always laughing because they're twins, so they can usually tell right away.
So this dude's saying, oh, we thought that everyone would know it's a prank right away because they're twins, and twins always do pranks. So, wait, you thought that everyone would know that you were joking right away? Then how is that a prank? You know, one of those pranks where you know the whole time that you're being pranked and you know that it's not real, so it's not a prank. We thought it was gonna be that kind of prank. It's not a prank if you don't fool anyone, is it? It's just two guys doing a thing. Or I guess to quote the district attorney of Orange County, it's just a crime. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of the video. Sorry if this wasn't as funny. I feel like this was a little bit more ranty and less funny, but hopefully you still enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Also, if you want to get any merch, head on over to dannygonzalez.store. There's some pretty fresh stuff on there, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? What's up, Greg? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of blatantly ignoring the weird-ass decorations in the background of this video. Today I want to talk about a very interesting Instagram account that I found. It's a boy named Kristen Hanby, and another account for his friend Jack O'Doherty. I don't know how to pronounce it. They're just a couple of young guys, just a couple of young lads, blokes if you will, from England who love a good prank. They love a good prank, they love a good challenge, and they love a good laugh. But their videos stuck out to me because they're all really, really similar. Like they have this formula, and every video is down to this formula, and it seems like a lot of them are fake, which I suppose is pretty par for the course for most Instagram pranksters, but these ones are pretty special because they're just so goofy. Let me give you an example of one of Kristen Hanby's videos. This is one of the first ones I saw from him, but this one's actually different than most of his videos. This one is a prank video called Beep for a Blowjob on My Taxi. He got so mad. So I don't know about you, but I've always thought when getting into a taxi, man, if anybody, these guys deserve to get pranked. Just guys driving a car, trying to make a living, just doing their job, probably not making all that much money. These are the guys that deserve to get pranked. My favorite way to tell that a video like this is fake is when the picture they use for the thumbnail is something that doesn't happen in the video. You can see he's like this, looking at the picture, clearly posed with his friend on his left side. Also, the license plate of the car is I love cash, which definitely isn't a real license plate that any taxi would have. And you'll see that this pose happens nowhere in the video. So when did they get this picture? But anyway, here's the prank. So Kristen's getting into a taxi, and while the driver's not looking, he sneakily pulls a sign out of his suitcase that says beep for a blowjob, and he tapes it to the back of the taxi driver's car. Somehow the taxi driver doesn't notice this, or the dude filming Kristen. The dude clearly standing next to Kristen, holding a phone and filming him. But at any rate, Kristen gets into the car, the friend who's filming for some reason doesn't, and people are just going crazy on the horn.
Yo, I'm going left. Oh, my bad, man. Hey, if you don't chill.
This prank is dope. Kristen is just sitting in the back seat, enjoying the view while everybody's getting pissed off. The taxi driver doesn't know why everybody's honking at him, so he's getting mad. The people who are honking don't know what's going on, and they're probably getting mad because they're not getting their blowjob. Who are the people that are honking at this car? Like, sure, people like blowjobs, but can you imagine driving somewhere? Let's say you're going to work in the morning and you're stuck in traffic and you see this car in front of you that says beep for a blowjob. Are you like, that's weird? Or do you like look at your watch and you're like, my boss is gonna kill me if I'm late again, but you know what, I think I got time, what the heck? One blowjob, please. This is too good to be true. Like, where could you be driving where you just have time to honk and pull over for a blowjob from someone that you don't know? You can't even see them. You can just see the back of their car, but you're like, honestly, I'll take any blowjob I can get. Boo! Hey! Where's my blowjob? Pull over! But here's Kristen and Jackson O'Doherty's bread and butter. This is their prank/challenge videos. I'm not exactly sure how to classify them, but you'll get the gist after watching this video.
Hey Jackson, you're trash, bro.
So they just have lots of little challenges like this, where if you're walking with your friend and he says, hey, you're trash, bro, and you're near a trash can, you have to jump into the trash can. You have to. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not jump in the trash can? Pussy? So it's just a funny little prank. It's a great way to get your friend all stinky and mad. All of these videos are like a compilation of them doing the prank to each other multiple times. They always catch each other off guard when they least expect it.
Yo, Hammy, you're trash, bro. You are absolute trash. Get in there. Yuck. You are trash.
My tongue touched the bin.
Yuck.
Why was his tongue out? Why did he jump into a trash can like, ah? Everybody knows that if you're jumping in a trash can, you close your mouth. They teach that in 2nd grade. So this little challenge is pretty harmless. It's just jumping into a trash can. The worst that could happen is, I guess, licking the inside of the trash can, which I didn't think was something that could happen, but I guess that is the worst that could happen. Here's another little challenge they do. It's called the You're on Fire challenge. Now, I had never heard of this challenge before, but they make it seem like these are all real challenges that people do to each other because they just immediately know what they mean when they say it. Like when he said, you're trash, he was just like, oh man, and then he jumped in the trash can. I'd never heard of this challenge before, but they obviously have, and they take them very seriously. You don't just not do a challenge when you're hanging out with Kristen and his boy Jackson. Check it out.
Yo, Hammy, you're on fire, bro.
No, I'm not.
You're on fire. On fire.
I like how he caves so quickly. You're on fire, bro. No. Yeah, you are. Okay. Sploosh. So this challenge, when someone tells you you're on fire, you have to quickly jump into the nearest body of water. It's pretty impressive how quickly he identifies the nearest body of water. Like, he doesn't take a sec to look around. He's just like, I'm on fire, okay, here I go! And jumps right into the nearest fountain. So it's either planned and like they knew that this was the fountain he was going to jump into, or they just do this so much where he's just like, he's constantly got this like index of like, okay, what's the closest fountain to me right now? If someone tells me I'm on fire, where do I gotta jump? Another weird detail of these videos is that these dudes are always just walking around. It's hard to tell what they're doing or where they're going because they're just walking around together, and you'll notice that somehow they never have like their wallets on them, and a lot of times they don't even have their phones on them because, you know, if they did, they would probably take them out of their pockets before jumping into the water, but they don't do that. So they're just like walking around these shopping centers and very public areas without their wallets or phones. So like, what are they doing? I felt like when I thought of this weird detail in the video, I was being a good sleuth. Like I was like, hey, wait a minute. What are they doing just walking around these areas? But now that I'm saying it out loud, I realize I sort of sound like I've never heard of just going for a walk before, like a recreational walk. I just find it a little weird and suspicious that they do it so much, I guess. Why, who walks? Ugh, dude, who walks? Who the fuck walks? Ew.
Hey Jackson, you're on fire, bro. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They act so surprised every time too, almost like they think they've been tricked, like they've been duped. They're always like, oh man, you got me. I was not expecting you to say that thing that you could literally say at any moment. You really tricked me into hearing you say those words. I thought it was safe. Oh, you duped me, dude. You genius. You mastermind. I wonder what happens if they don't do it, because they really commit to these things. Like they were just eating or something, even though they don't have food in front of them. So I don't really know what they were doing. But he just abandons whatever he was doing to jump into this river. Like I wonder if there's some sort of penalty to not doing the prank. Like Kristen is counting down while Jackson is getting ready to jump. Like, what's he counting down to? He's like holding the phone and he's got a gun right behind the phone. He's like, come on, dude. 3, 2, 1. And Jackson's just like, oh man, don't shoot me, dude. All right, man, here I go. Sploosh. So that challenge is like a pretty big inconvenience. If somehow your friend dupes you into hearing you say you're on fire, then you have to get all wet, and then you're a soggy little boy for the rest of the day, which is pretty inconvenient. But they get even worse. These challenges go further into like permanent changes to their bodies.
So Hamby, I dare you to go and pierce your ear with a giant hoop.
This one.
Go on,
Let's get
do
it,
it. Get it. Show me. Oh, that's so bad.
Again, where the fuck are they walking? Where they just have the time to go and get a piercing. That's a commitment. And he's convinced so easily. There's no, oh, come on, please. Can I not do it? Okay, this is a good one. The get rid of it challenge.
Yo, Kristen, get rid of it.
This?
Your phone.
Oh, that's the new
Right there. You pushed it in the spa.
Bro, I hate you, bro.
So we catch Kristen and this other dude in a pretty realistic seeming situation. They're sitting right next to a hot tub. He's showing the dude something on his phone, and the other dude is saying, "That's crazy."
Yo, Kristen, get rid of it.
Just to prove that he's really looking at something on a real functioning phone that works. But then good old Jackson O'Doherty comes along and tells Jackson he's got to get rid of it. Jackson is kind of upset because he has to throw his phone that totally works and hasn't been off this entire time into the hot tub. So he throws the phone in the hot tub and everybody's like, "Oh man, we got you, dude. That was a sick prank. You had no idea it was coming." But they get a little bit worse. In the next one, they tell their friend to get rid of his shoes.
Yeah, you be looking fresh, bro. Hey,
you already know,
those shoes, get rid of them.
So instead of just taking them off his feet and tossing them into the garbage, he takes them off his feet and tosses them into a busy street. I like how everyone immediately knows like what the prank means. Like it's just universal. If you're holding something and someone comes up to you and says, "Get rid of it," you throw that shit as far as you can. You don't have any say in the matter. Everybody knows that. And you definitely don't have to ask what it means, ever. Just try it with anybody on the street. Just go up to him and say, "Get rid of it." Hey Laura. What? Is that your dog there? Yeah. Get rid of it. Do it. Yeah, I fucking hate it. You know what really perplexes me with these pranks is like how reluctant they are at first. Like they're like, "Oh man, no, I don't want to do that." And then it cuts to like 2 seconds later and he's just like going all out, like way above and beyond what he had to do. Because if it was me, even if I had to throw them off the balcony, I would have taken them off and tried to like gently drop them onto the sidewalk or somewhere soft, or I could just go downstairs and pick them right back up. Because they're my shoes and I want to keep my shoes. But this dude is like, "Oh man, I don't want to get rid of my shoes." Well, okay. And then he just chucks them as hard as he can into the middle of this busy ass street. There's like cars zooming by at 40 miles per hour. It almost looks like he's trying to hit the cars with how he throws the shoe. He's like, "Well, I'm already going crazy and losing my shoes. I might as well cause a car accident too." He goes from like, "I don't want to lose my shoes" to "I'm gonna cause a car accident" like that. It's crazy how they just flip on a dime.
Y'all motherfuckers crazy, man.
And then he says that Kristen and Jackson are crazy. Dude, you just threw your shoes into the middle of a busy street. All they said was get rid of the shoes. They didn't tell you how. You could have probably thrown them in the garbage, but instead you started throwing them at cars. You could have like caused a car accident, gotten people hurt. You also just destroyed your nice shoes. They're probably gonna get run over now. You didn't have to do it. Granted, I don't really, maybe he is holding a gun behind the camera. Maybe he did have to do it, but it really didn't seem like he had to do it.
Jackson, get rid of it, bro. Get rid of that. Get rid of that outfit, bro. Get rid of that shit, bro. Get rid of it, bro.
This is another example of him committing way too hard to the challenge. Like, is that part of the rules? I thought the rules was just get rid of the outfit, which, first of all, I'm not even convinced includes the underwear. Is underwear part of an outfit? I feel like that wasn't required, but he was just so quick to be like, "Ooh, yay, I get to get naked and run around in the street," which totally isn't part of the challenge. The dude behind the camera is probably just like, "I just wanted him to take off his shirt and pants for like a second. What the fuck is he doing?"
Corday, who's this guy, bro?
Bro, that's my boy Diablo. We go way back. That's my
Get
homie.
rid of him, bro.
Get rid of me.
How weird is this interaction too? Like you don't just go up to your friend at parties when they're with someone and just be like, "Hey, who's this guy? Who's that?"
Who's this guy, bro?
Bro, that's my boy Diablo. We go way back.
And I love how this dude immediately just starts telling his entire backstory. "Oh, this is my homie. We go way back. We first met in the 6th grade. We actually bonded over Pokemon." Really weird interaction to start this clip off, but then he tells him to get rid of his friend. And the dude's reaction is hilarious.
Get rid of him, bro.
Get rid of me.
He hears his friend getting told to get rid of him by some random person, And his reaction is just, get rid of me? What the? What? Wait, get rid of me? What? Fantastic acting, 10 out of 10. And then he just like goes limp and slings himself over his friend's shoulder and lets him throw him into the pool. That's kind of sweet, honestly. It's just like, I don't know what's going on or what get rid of it means, but damn it, I trust my friend, and I'll let him pick me up and take me wherever he wants, because he probably has my best interests in mind. Sploosh. All the get rid of it challenges are kind of mean. Like, it's like, get rid of your phone, break your shoes, get naked in public. I'd like to see one that's kind of like inspirational. Hey man, you know any doubt that you might have that I don't love you? Get rid of it. I want you to get rid of that shit right now. Here's another challenge called the spider challenge, where if your friend tells you you've got a spider on you, you have to take off all your clothes because you gotta get rid of the spider, you know?
Yo, Hamby, bro, there's a fucking spider on you, man. There's a spider on you, bro.
They have so many challenges, it's absurd. It's like they must come up with these, right? Like these aren't well-known, established challenges. So it's weird because they must just like come up with the challenge and then they go out to film that challenge and then somehow still act surprised when they have to do the challenge. It's just weird how eager he is to get naked in public. He's like, no, there's not. And then he smiles and he's like, ah! Like, how does he decide to get naked so fast? He requires no convincing. I would require a lot of convincing to get naked in a Starbucks. It wouldn't just be like, hey, we're doing this silly challenge, so you have to get naked at Starbucks now. But they're just like, bro, you have a spider on you. No, yeah, shit.
Hey, Jackson, there's a spider on your back, bro. Bullshit. There you go. Hey, get it off. Get it off, bro.
Why are they always walking in a single file line? Who walks like that with their friends? It's weird enough to go out on walks, but walking with one other person and walking single file is the weirdest shit. Why is the dude filming always coming up from behind their friend? They're just walking around single file, like not talking to each other. I just want to go for a walk and stare at my friend's back. I'm not saying a fucking word to my friend. I just want to look at the back of his head without a wallet or a phone. I mean, maybe they're walking side by side until, you know, one friend decides, ooh, this would be a perfect time for a challenge. So then he sort of drifts behind and he takes out his phone and he starts filming. But like if you're walking with someone and he just starts to like stop and pull out his phone, you would turn around to see what he's doing. How is it not a dead giveaway every time a prank is about to happen? Are these people both just like tunnel vision, just walking, not looking at each other, not saying a word, just walking, looking straight ahead, and before you know it, your friend's behind you and he's got his phone out and he's ready to challenge you? At the end of the day, these pranks aren't really hurting anybody. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about it because I just think it's so fucking goofy. So sure, it's probably fake. Sure, it's a little bit cringy that they just make the same video over and over basically, but you gotta respect them because they are on that grind. And if there's one thing I respect, it's people who are on that grind. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is my fan base on YouTube, but it's more than just a fan base, it's a family. A lot of other YouTubers talk about having a family on YouTube, but this is a real family. If you subscribe and turn on notifications, you will get an updated birth certificate in the mail with your new parents, me, and that little guy. You'll receive it in the mail in the next 3 to 6. So if you want to join Greg, all you have to do is subscribe and turn on my notifications. If you want to get some Greg merch, go to dannygonzalez.store or visit the link in my description to get some of that and show your support for the realest family on YouTube. The only family on YouTube. Thank you Cats Are Purple 2 for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I climb up to the top of a tree to get a cat who was stuck up there, but it wasn't actually stuck and it was all just a trap so that the cat could steal my kidneys. Bye! What's up, Greg? I'm sure we've all seen the genre on YouTube by now of YouTubers flaunting their wealth. I feel like every couple weeks we get a new like FaZe Rug house tour, or like Jeffree Star gets a new Lamborghini and we all have to look at it. But unless you find yourself sitting on the couch with nothing to watch on YouTube at like 7 p.m. at night every night, you might not have fallen down the same rabbit hole I have, which is like insane opulence YouTube. Granted, FaZe Rug, he is rich, Jeffree Star is even richer, but these videos by this dude Producer Michael are like on a completely different level. Producer Michael is so rich that I think he would consider David Dobrik poor. Basically, he runs a YouTube channel where he goes around and sort of explores the finer things in life. He goes to jewelry stores to look at like really expensive watches. He goes to like $100 million houses to do tours. And I think my favorite thing about Producer Michael is that while you might think that like just by being this rich, you would be qualified to talk about like really expensive watches, like, oh, he must know all about this kind of stuff. He is not qualified. He is perhaps the most clueless person that could possibly be doing these videos. In this TikTok, he is surprised to learn that he is in possession of and is currently wearing an earring that is worth $5 million.
What is that thing you're wearing?
It's a red diamond, would you like to see it?
You don't understand. This thing right now, do you know how much this is worth? $5 million.
Michael is the quintessential clueless rich person. He does not have a single clue what is going on. He is like unbelievably wealthy. The things that he shows off in his videos are so unnecessarily like ostentatious. And I think that's really clear in this video, $2 million diamond covered shoes.
So we're back with Jason of Beverly Hills. This time we're in his VIP suite.
So right off the bat, this is like a scenario that nobody's ever been in ever. So it's like the least relatable thing in the world. But I guess that's sort of the appeal of videos like this, is I guess you really get to see how like the most insanely wealthy people in the world live. I didn't even know that jewelry rooms had VIP sections.
I don't think they're real gold. There's a lot of them, or it might just be a reflection, but it's really cool, isn't it?
I love that.
Yeah, it might just be a reflection, but I'm not sure. One thing you gotta know about Michael is that he's never gonna find out. He'll say in his videos a million times, it might be this way, and I don't know. And I can guarantee you right now, he's not gonna find out for you. He's just gonna kind of casually speculate on it, and then he's gonna move on.
Would you like something to drink?
Oh, yes, please. Sparkling water. Adam will have the same. I'm choosing it for him.
Although, I do see beer taps back there.
No beer, Adam.
So stern with the no beer Adam. Like, I'm wondering, did something happen before?
No beer, Adam.
I feel like Adam has definitely had some sort of workplace incident involving beer.
Wow, this is lovely.
Oh, I already see lots of sparkly things.
Wow. What have you got your eyes on?
Really great commentary so far. They just sort of walk in and silently stare at the diamonds for a few minutes. What are you looking at over there? Rings? Cool. I'm looking at bracelets. Nice. But eventually they make their way over to a pair of $2 million diamond covered shoes.
Michael Blakey shoes. I could wear these, right?
I know. These are all diamonds.
How do you know?
When I'm telling you this man has absolutely no expertise, this is what I mean. Oh, these shoes are covered in diamonds. How do you know? How can you tell that? How do you know these are diamonds? It's like, I don't know, because I looked at them. But some of them could be glass, right? Not too much else interesting happens in this video. The owner of the jewelry store shows up. He sort of enters like Darth Vader. How are you? There's also a portion of this tour where the owner's wife is also behind glass. Like she's in a different room, kind of just like, oh man, I wish I could hang out in the VIP lounge. Now, many of you may have heard about the One. It was like being marketed as the most expensive house in the world. It's like this insane mansion in LA. It was just in the news recently because it was selling for $500 million and they couldn't find any buyers for it. And so I think that it was like foreclosed on, and then finally it was sold at auction for like $150 million, which is obviously still insanely expensive, but like, damn, that's like $350 million below asking. And about a year ago, Michael was able to actually tour the house with the man who designed and built the house himself, the lucky winner of negative $350 million, Niall Niami. They make it seem like this house is gonna be the coolest thing you've ever seen. Like we're about to see some really sick, like bat cave type mansion. But I gotta be honest, this house is so boring. Basically, if you can picture every modern mansion in LA, like the white tile on the floor and everything looks like angular, this is a Minecraft house. It's just a really big version of it. There it is, in all its glory. This house is so big it makes my stomach churn. The whole time I was watching this tour, I was kind of just like, I would feel so stressed living here, knowing that like on any given day, honestly in any given month or year, there's no way I could possibly utilize all of this house. A couple weeks ago, I bought this candle that I put on my desk, and then afterwards I realized that I don't really like how it smells that much, and so it's just been kind of sitting here, and I've burned it a few times, but just it sitting here is like making me feel bad for buying it, because I know I'm not really not gonna use it much. So to imagine a house that costs probably, I don't know, like 5 billion times as much as this candle, I can't do the math in my head that quick. It's a very stressful thought, and it really makes you wonder, who is buying this house? Who thinks they need this house, you know? And in case you're wondering, it is like the owner of Fashion Nova who bought it. That's who bought it. So
we are at the largest house in the urban world. And what gets better than that, we are with the one and only
Niall, who is the visionary behind this. He built this.
Yet what makes the tour even better is that we are getting a glimpse into the man, the absolute psychopath that made this house, Niall. This dude is an enigma. Him and Michael together are just like the two most eccentric rich people I've ever seen. The way they interact is wild, and after watching like 2 minutes of Niall, you'll be like, yeah, it makes sense that this is the guy that built this house.
Whoa! Guys, I have never been in this house before. This is the first time walking through the door.
Really great commentary, dude. You've just entered the most expensive house in the world, and the only thing you can say is, I've never been here before. And that's pretty, and I have no further comment on the matter. Like, how does this guy get these gigs, man? He does not know anything about anything. Wow, holy shit, this place is big. So that's the tour then, and I get to go home. Oh, there's more rooms? Oh, sick. It's like watching a cooking competition show, but like that master chef or whatever is trying everybody's dishes, and he's like, I've never eaten cake before, but this is good. This is cake. Yeah, it's pretty good. Is all cake like this, or is cake usually better than this, or this is good cake? Yeah, I like it.
The house is surrounded by water, so we have little moats, and we have a total of 7 water features and swimming pools combined. But this office, you'll see every single wall in this office touches water, so it's like it's floating.
Yes, that's exactly what I want when I pay $500 million for a house. I want to look out the window and see what looks like a mall, like wishing fountain. Is it just me, or is this like the ugliest like water feature in a house you've ever seen? Like the tile grout already has like a ton of dirt in it. There's like a filter thing right here. I feel like they could have done more to make this look nice. Also, what the fuck, dude? Nobody needs a moat in their house.
So the next room we're gonna go to is the formal living room, and the formal living room, I designed it like the Plaza Hotel in New York, where you could have multiple meetings at the same time. It was very important for me that the house feels comfortable and warm.
He just said I wanted this house to feel warm and comfortable. This is the least warm and comfortable house I've ever seen. His feet are literally like squeaking on the floors of the hall as he walks through, and he's still like, yeah, this place is nice and warm and comfortable, huh? Nice and homey feeling in here. I don't at all feel like I'm walking through a mall right now. Every piece of furniture in this house is like so sharp it looks like it would cut you, and he's like, yeah, it's really like inviting and friendly, right?
Check this out. Is this not the Four Seasons? I
Or
feel
the
like
Plaza.
I'm in the
One
Four
of the two.
Seasons.
Is that a good thing? Yeah, I kind of wanted the living room, the place where you like relax and unwind, to feel like the lobby of a hotel. And then for the master bedroom, I wanted more of an intimate feel. So for there, we kind of went with like a Cheesecake Factory vibe. And just like the Cheesecake Factory, there is a lot on the menu in there. Yup.
And the view today is a lot of overcast, but
Still
you know, the thing that is crazy.
Great banter between Michael and Niall.
Still
You know, the thing that is
Just sort of talking over each other constantly. This next part, we get a glimpse of how truly weird Michael is. They go outside to look at this sculpture, and Michael is like really excited because he gets to walk on grass.
This is going to be a first. I never walk on grass.
A lot to unpack here. First off, he says, I never walk on grass. And I think he's talking about just his house tours. I don't know why. I mean, like, most houses have some kind of grass yard, right? Especially ones this big. But he could also be talking about just like in his everyday life, like this man is so rich that he's never walked on grass before. And it kind of made it seem like it, because if you go back, like, he kind of looks like a dog with an electric fence, where he's like kind of walking along the edge of the tile trying to follow Niall, but he can't because he doesn't want to walk on the grass. I just want to know more about Michael's story. Like, who are you, dude? Father never let me walk on grass as a child. He said grass is for the peasants that live at the bottom of the mountain where our castle resides.
This is real grass, and I'm going to walk on it.
There you go.
How about that? Look, I'm on the grass, guys.
And you know what? I'm happy for Michael. He is like absolutely ecstatic to be stepping on grass. This is the best day of his life. He's really showing his dad today, hey dad, you don't have to be poor to step on grass. Now, you might not think that Niall is that weird. I know I said that he's like a really eccentric guy, and you might be wondering what I mean by that. While Niall is showing off this sculpture, listen to the tangent he goes on about his ex-wife.
It's turned into something so much more, because my ex-wife, I'm just getting divorced, unfortunately. It was a whirlwind relationship. I met her during COVID, and it didn't work out.
Okay, we don't need to know all this. This is not about the sculpture. Just keep going. You don't need to give us the whole story of your ex-wife when you just mentioned her once.
But maybe it will still at the end. I don't know. But this is a charity that we have called Wings of Angels, and this is going to help children in third world countries through the arts.
I don't know any of what he's talking about. He went into this weird tangent about his ex-wife and how he hopes it'll still work out. It seemed like he got choked up, and then he was like, but This sculpture is gonna help third world country kids. And that's really what it's all about at the end of the day.
So this is my artwork, and I have one in a glass case in my other house that says giraffe, anatomically correct giraffe skeleton.
So this guy has an anatomically correct chrome giraffe skeleton in this house. As you'll see in a bit, in his own house, he also has like the same thing but in gold. This dude is really into giraffe skeletons. I don't know if he thinks that makes houses seem more warm and friendly to have like a giraffe carcass towering over you at all times. And then there's also a nightclub in the bottom level of this house.
This is the nightclub.
Look at this.
Shall I do the reveal? Okay, here's the reveal.
It almost feels like he like wanted the house to be a certain amount of square footage, but then like ran out of ideas of how to fill the space. So he got like 50,000 square feet done. And then for the other 50,000, he was like, I start putting like businesses in here. I don't know. Nightclub, sure. If you go another level down, it's like an Amazon fulfillment center.
Well, Paul McLean was the architect, but everything in this house was generally all of my ideas.
We know. It was your idea. We know. It's very believable. You don't have to explain it further. We know. You killed the giraffe and you came up with a nightclub idea.
This is the community bath. So this is the her side. This is the toilets and this is the sinks. And see these plates right here.
Why does Michael storm into the bathroom like he's looking for someone? Niall's talking, he just like books it to one of the stalls and is like, who's in there? Michael's actually on a secret mission right now. He's on a reconnaissance mission looking for this dude's ex-wife. We know she's hidden somewhere in the house. You've got to find her, Michael. Oh, okay. Really interesting house. Yeah, I like this place. Found ya! Shit.
These are the urinals. And I'm gonna have cameras here looking at the guys.
You're gonna have cameras?
Cameras looking at the guys putting the image in the girls' bathroom. Out of the box thinking.
Out of the box thinking. You see, most people wouldn't think to do that because it's illegal. But I'm thinking outside the box of what is like morally acceptable.
It's a normal thing like a guy would do. Now I'm thinking like the girl. Get in the back for a minute.
He's like, you know how that's a thing that guys are always doing? A thing that all guys are doing? And it's like, no, not really. I don't think all guys are doing that in nightclubs. And he's like, yeah, you know how I'm always doing that? You know how I'm always putting cameras in the girls' bathroom? Well, now I'm gonna do the opposite.
I'll show you the theater.
Where is the theater?
Wait. It's very hard.
We just saw the real Niall for a second. Oh, where is the theater?
Shut the fuck up!
You speak when you're spoken to. Or, it's over here.
Hard to see this because my ex that I met 8 months ago, I married. It didn't work out because she's from Argentina. She doesn't listen to me, blah, 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 blah.
He said it didn't work out because she's from Argentina and she doesn't listen to me. My two biggest turnoffs, dude. Kind of feel like you would have known at least one of those things before you got married, but I don't know. She's from Argentina. She wouldn't listen to me. She told me to stop mutilating exotic animals, blah, blah, blah. She told me that my giraffe-sized vat of molten gold in our living room was too expensive.
But it's still hard to see because we were like soulmates, like deeper connection that you could ever imagine. No. So it's hard.
Dude, you gotta stop bringing up your ex-wife, man. 10 million people have seen that first video and 4 million people have seen this one. You can't be airing this stuff out like this. Rich men will do a $500 million house tour instead of just going to therapy. I struggle to properly articulate how I feel when I watch videos like this, because on one hand, like, it is entertaining to see how like insanely rich people live. I think another part of it is sort of like a what is that word, like Freuden? What is it called when you're like watching somebody do something embarrassing and it's like makes you feel funny? Schadenfreude? I think that's it. It's kind of like secondhand embarrassment where I'm like, I like look at Michael and just like all of the expensive stuff he owns in his clothes and I'm like, don't ever let me be that person. I make more money than I ever thought I would from YouTube. I have a really great career. It is a fear of mine that I will someday become out of touch and start acting like this. So if you ever see me start acting like Michael, please do not let me. Okay, so now that was the house that Niall built. Now this is Niall's personal house. Maybe you're curious to see how this dude actually lives, given everything we know about him so far.
So this is your house?
It is, yeah.
This is absolutely gorgeous. So, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, check it.
Can we show that? It's a hologram. I need this. Where do you get these?
I'm selling all the art, so if you want,
I'll have this.
So one of the weird things about this house tour is that Niall keeps saying that every piece of art in this house is for sale, which is definitely not a good sign. Like every time Michael is like, wow, this is a cool piece, he's like, yeah, how much will you pay for it? Because this one's actually going, it's a great deal. It's going for $350 million. Do Do you want it? So here's the golden giraffe that's at his house. It's absolutely insane looking. I mean, like, I don't know, does this go kind of hard? Is it cool? I don't know if you can tell at this part of his house. It kind of feels like it's just like in the back of his house somewhere that you'd never see it. But if you're gonna have like an insane piece of art, like maybe this is kind of cool. He said there is like a real giraffe skeleton involved in this somehow. I think that they like molded one out of clay based on a real giraffe skeleton. So I don't know if they had to kill a giraffe to make this. That would be fucked up. But then Niall says something that is pretty disturbing.
Each side is two clear, two broken. You want to know a secret? It's funny.
Yeah.
They weren't really broken. Like somebody shot a bullet in this one. You can see the hole, so I broke the other side with a hammer just to match it.
Yeah, Niall says that someone shot the giraffe's sculpture case randomly, like he doesn't know who it was. And his first instinct was like, oh shit, now I gotta make the other side look cracked too. So he walked around to the other side and cracked it with a hammer. Niall, are you not concerned?
Why did they do that?
I don't know. I came out one day with, oh, sorry.
I don't know. It's not like I'm in like a ton of debt and people would have good reason to take me out. It's probably not a big deal. Oh, my favorite part of this whole tour is that while they're in like the bathroom, I guess, or some kind of spa room, Niall says he has a secret room, the red room. And he's like, you can't bring a camera in here. So I'm guessing this is some kind of like sex dungeon or some shit. And when Michael comes out, he is absolutely petrified. He is a changed man.
Oh, really? That secret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I see why.
Hold on.
All right.
No,
Well, I guess.
leave it behind.
I mean, you can just tell by the entrance that something is going down in here, right?
I've never seen anything quite like that in my life.
Secret.
Maybe you're right, we shouldn't show it. Thoughts, Adam?
Michael looks like he's on the verge of tears, dude. Motherfucker's never touched grass before. And you brought him into a sex dungeon?
You look like a changed man.
He looks like the shell of a man. Look at him, he's going to go hide in the corner. Anyway, so that's producer Michael, the richest man in the world. I think. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you're subscribed and turn on my notifications to join Greg. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I was not expecting to make a video today, but I've been getting so many DMs about this situation that I had to stop what I was doing. I had to put down the very important things that I was doing to sit down and make an emergency video! This is an emergency video, folks. Literally like 90% of my DMs have been about this for the past 2 days, so I had to come on here and let everybody know that Merge Mansion, the game whose ads I've made a few videos about, has gotten Pedro Pascal in an ad. I am making this video to let you all know that Pedro Pascal is in a Merge Mansion ad. Actually, he's in 2. So you guys probably remember I made a video on this channel about Merge Mansion in the past, and then I actually made a second one on my second channel that probably not all of you have seen, when they got Kathy Bates to play the live action version of the grandma in their ads. If you don't know, Merge Mansion is like this home gardening fixer-upper type game where you inherit an old mansion, I think, and you're like upgrading it and you're doing gardening and stuff like that. But then also all of the ads have this like murder mystery element to them, and I don't know if the game has that in it. I still refuse to play the game. I'm not gonna play it. I don't want these ads to work on me, all right? My mind is an impenetrable fortress today, okay? I'm not falling for these ads. I see ads like this where a company is trying something fun and exciting, trying to shove their game down my throat, and I say, no, I'm not falling for this advertisement. I'm gonna see a commercial for Coca-Cola and then drive to the gas station and make an impulse purchase like a normal person. Anyway, I'll show you the first of the ads now. It's called A Twisted Game.
Honestly, I don't even know where to start. On the surface, you've got this perfectly normal family.
Okay, so this ad introduces a new character to the Merge Mansion lore, which I am a little bit familiar with, honestly, more familiar than I would like. So what I know so far is that the granny has murdered somebody. I cannot figure out from the ads who she's murdered, and I don't think that it's even answered in these ads, honestly. She's murdered someone, and then her granddaughter, who is the younger woman character in this game, is like slowly uncovering clues to what's going on. Now we've got Pedro Pascal in here, and he's playing Detective Tim Rockford, and he's come in to try to crack the case open.
On the surface, you've got this perfectly normal family. A young girl, her grandmother. You know, this is apple pie America.
A girl and a grandma. That's apple pie America, baby. Nothing more American than a girl and her grandma. Sorry, Europeans. Sorry, anyone anywhere else in the world. Actually, I don't know why I singled out Europe. Sorry, anybody anywhere except for America, you can't relate to apple pie or grandmas. We made them up. And just like everything else in American culture, it is starting to kill people. Please help.
It's like everybody is hiding something.
There's no body, no smoking gun, just a lot of knives.
See, this is where it loses me. The whole ad is framed as a trailer for a not real movie or TV show where Pedro Pascal is trying to figure out what's going on inside this home. I'm not sure what this lady is. I think it's like maybe a true crime podcast. So now we're not only getting like an investigation into the case, but we're also getting someone to comment on it. And then you guys are also getting someone to comment on both of those things. I like the true crime podcast element to it, honestly. It adds a fun little flair to it. What confuses me most is like, what do you mean there's no body?
There's no body.
Can you please explain to me what the crime is that you guys are trying to solve? Was someone murdered or not? Who was it? Just say it one time in one of the ads. Say who was murdered.
No smoking gun, just a lot of knives.
No murder weapons, unfortunately, just a shit ton of knives. So unfortunately, nothing suspicious has been found yet. Just a freakish obsession with knives and not cooking knives. These are knives that are sold to be weapons.
There's no body, no smoking gun, just a lot of knives.
The fact that she's like, there's no smoking guns, it's just knives, makes me think that by like no body, she also means like, we can't find a body. The only thing we found is this skeleton. Super confusing. I'm worried that people are gonna think that I'm like sponsored by Merge Mansion by keep continuing to make videos about Merge Mansion. I'm not, okay? I'm not gonna play this game. I would be lying if I said that my curiosity wasn't piqued at least a little bit by this ad, because I'm like, who died? Who died and how did they die? How is knives not evidence? There's knives everywhere. They find them on every surface in this house. That's not evidence? Is the investigation to figure out if there even was a crime? Can you call 911 to be like, hey, a crime happened. Can you come figure out what it is? I don't know. I feel like I've been a victim to some sort of injustice. I'm not sure what, but there's knives everywhere. Please come. That'd actually be an insane new genre of YouTube videos. You've heard of BuzzFeed Unsolved? How about BuzzFeed Unfound? We haven't even found the crime yet, let alone solve it. Okay, here's the next ad. It's called Think Like a Grandma.
I was finally in, but still couldn't put the pieces together. What am I missing? Crime scene? Weapon?
You're missing a crime, I think. I still couldn't put the pieces together. What crime was I solving? What am I doing here? Who's this girl and this grandma? What is my job?
To catch a grandma, you have to think like a grandma.
Oh shit, okay, so that looks like some evidence there. A boiling pie? So maybe there was a crime committed, I admit it. Maybe somebody was murdered and then Granny made a pie out of him. Good old apple pie America, you know? You got loving granddaughter, murderous grandma, and pie grandpa. Nothing more American than that, baby. God bless America.
Think.
Another thing you'll notice is that Kathy Bates is not the grandma anymore. I don't know who that lady is, but that's not Kathy Bates. So they, I guess, could not afford to hire Kathy Bates and Pedro Pascal at the same time, which would be a pretty crazy collab. I guess it's probably not called collabs when it's like a movie or an ad. But this must be super confusing for the detective too. He gets pictures of all of the suspects and the grandma looks like Kathy Bates, and then he gets there and this is the grandma. He's like, okay, I was solving a murder, but now we have to solve like who you are. You shapeshifter. What are you?
Think. What would grandma do?
He doesn't know the crime yet. That's why he's saying, what would a grandma do? What sort of crimes would a grandma commit? Tax evasion? Turning her husband into a pie? Maybe they just live in a small town where literally nothing is going on. And so he's like, I'll put police tape up at some old lady's house and harass her. Sure, what the hell? Just try to figure out what crime she may have committed in her past. That's a cool little touch too, where it like turns into the video game graphics at the end there. And this is an homage to one of the earlier ads too that I covered in the first video. Anyway, either way, some pretty insane marketing. People have been talking about this nonstop, at least in my DMs, and I've seen people talking about it on Twitter too. And also this ad from 4 days ago has 7.4 million views, which is pretty crazy. All of their other ads have like maybe 20 to 60,000 views. So getting our boy Pedro in there really pushed the ad. Now, a lot of the discourse that I've seen around this ad, both in DMs and otherwise, have been people being like, there has to be something fishy going on. How did they get Pedro Pascal in their ad? How did this random shitty game get Pedro Pascal in their ad? For example, this TikTok.
The next time someone asks me what my favorite conspiracy theory is, I'm gonna tell them that I think the Merge Mansion is a money laundering operation. Because how the fuck can they afford an ad with Pedro Pascal in this day and age, in this economy?
Controversial opinion? They do make that much money.
Even Candy Crush didn't have that kind of money. What is going on?
Candy Crush for sure had that much money, and Merge Mansion also for sure has that much money, dude. I hate to break it to you, but mobile games make a shit ton of money. How much money does Merge Mansion make? Currently, the game earns more than $10 million per month from its players. So far, the game has bagged more than $160 million. So they make $10 million a month. How much does Pedro Pascal make? Okay, for The Last of Us, Variety reported that he earns $600,000 per episode. So I do hate to break it to you, but Merge Mansion definitely has enough money to hire Pedro Pascal without being a money laundering scheme, which a lot of people in the comments can attest to. This person said, listen, if you've played Merge Mansion and are addicted, you'll get it. They're constantly pushing buying things, but not enough for me to stop playing it. So they make a lot of money from their players, and I'm guessing based on the 7 million views they got on that ad by just posting it for free on YouTube, like they didn't even need to put it in the Super Bowl or anything, like I'm guessing that they're gonna get a good return on whatever investment. I mean, he makes $600,000 per episode of a TV show. I'm guessing they probably paid him less than that for a 1 minute long YouTube video. If you want a real conspiracy theory, here's a real conspiracy, dude. For The Last of Us, he earned $4.5 million. My conspiracy is that Pedro Pascal is actually a huge Merge Mansion fan. And while he made $4.5 million from The Last of Us, he spent $4.6 million on Merge Mansion upgrades. He's in immense debt to Merge Mansion, to the grandma herself perhaps even. And when Merge Mansion caught wind that Pedro Pascal is the owner of the account that owes them $4.6 million, they said, hey, listen, we'll wipe out all your debt for one measly little commercial. Actually, 2 measly little commercials. And what could Pedro say? But okay, fine, I'll do it. I bet he took the job because it was funny. No, I bet they paid him. I bet he took the job because they paid him a shit ton of money, honestly. I like that, like, people's only 2 theories are like, this is a money laundering scheme, or he took it because he's funny. There's no way this game that makes hundreds of millions of dollars paid an actor to act. Danny Gonzalez is gonna have a field day with this. I mean, they're right, dude. I am over here having a field day. According to a study published by CBS News, most Americans believe in some kind of psychic phenomena, and 16% say that they themselves have experienced some kind of psychic ability. Why? I've never believed in telekinesis or any kind of psychic ability really, but lately I've been getting so many TikToks on my For You page about how it's actually really easy to just start moving objects with your mind. Like this one, how to do telekinesis. Just start out by rubbing your hands together. This helps you to feel the energy. It also helps you to create an evil little scheme. Then start practicing on some socks, move on to some heavier objects, and as long as you keep your hands looking like all of your fingers are broken, you'll be slamming doors in no time. There's also this one where apparently all you have to do is imagine your hands are magnets and you can rotate a piece of paper on a pin. And sure, these TikToks are pretty easy to fake, or maybe there's some other kind of scientific explanation for what's going on. But here's where I'm confused. Here's the rub, so to speak. The no-handed psychic rub. Some people are commenting on these TikToks that they have found these tutorials genuinely useful. It moved, and I got really scared. Same. Bro, it works. Help. And it is kind of hilarious that it seems to be working, but also has the unintended side effect of making you terrified about it. That's something a lot of people don't think about, is that if you found out you had like superpowers, it would genuinely freak you out. I'm imagining one of these people who commented this going on to become like an insanely powerful wizard, but the whole time they're like, oh, what is going on? Oh, this is so scary. I wish I would stop doing this shit. Anyway, I got so weirded out by this that I started looking on YouTube for longer, more in-depth tutorials on how to do telekinesis. Like this one called Real Telekinesis Training. Because like TikTok you can't really trust, you kind of expect people to be trolling on there, but on these videos, there are even more positive comments. You're right, it works. It does? Thank you so much for the video. It really helped. It did? How? They watched this one video and they were like, oh, okay, cool. I get it. I'm psychic now. I am typing this comment with my mind and I just blew up a baby bird in my backyard. The more I look into it, the more confused I get. I don't believe in telekinesis, but there seems to be a pretty sizable group of people that think that it's real and they can do it. And are doing it. So basically with this video, I want to find out what the hell is going on. There's a lot of telekinesis content out there on TikTok and YouTube and other websites. Is any of it real? And if so, can I do it? Because if I can, honestly, I'm gonna be pissed off. I would be so confused. That wouldn't make any sense. I would be the most confused and pissed off warlock the world has ever seen. Okay, so I think if we're gonna figure this out, the first thing we have to do is start with the basics. So we've got those first two TikToks that seem pretty easy and straightforward. And then there's this girl on YouTube, Guide of Limitless Truth, who has a bunch of telekinesis tutorials. So I'm just gonna check out her channel and see what she suggests. There is no right or wrong way of doing telekinesis. All techniques I use them intuitively. I just do what feels right at the moment. Before you start Whoa! Okay. Before you start practicing telekinesis or any other form of manipulation, ask yourself first, why do you want to do it? I guess for one, I want to see if it works. And two, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool. I feel like it's something that would maybe make me special. You know, if I'm like the only one of my friends that can do this, it might be a little bit of an ego boost. I do not support the idea of doing it for an ego boost. No, dude. Okay, fine, I'll pick a different reason. I guess I'm sort of just dicking around. I'm just sort of goofing around a little bit. Is that a good reason? Telekinesis is not a superpower or anything supernatural. Well, I kind of feel like it is. Anyone can do it. That's good. And it does not make you better or more special. Oh my God, dude, how much of a disclaimer do we have to read? Holy cow. If you practice or you plan on practicing it, do it for the right reason. Don't use telekinesis as a tool to fill your insecurities or as a way to think that you are better or more special than other people around you. Holy shit, dude. I like that all of this introductory stuff is about not using telekinesis to fill your insecurities. I do kind of feel like that's not a good sign for how good at telekinesis you can become. If there were people out there that were like really good at telekinesis, this disclaimer would probably be something more like, do not use telekinesis to blow up school buses. You guys have to stop getting revenge with telekinesis, okay? I know it's fun to make your principal do unlimited backflips, but that does not mean you should. In another video, she explains that the reason we can move things with our mind is because everything is connected.
Either way, we are always connected with everything around us. Even temperature, like, God, everything affects us.
We're not individuals, but rather we are all part of something bigger. We're all part of the universe, and so we're connected in that way. So it only makes sense that we can influence anything else in the universe. So let's connect to the universe. So I want to test these in a particular order. I'm going to test the one that I think is least likely to work first, and then work my way up to the most plausible one. So let's start with this one. How to do telekinesis. Start by rubbing your hands together to feel the energy. Okay, she's like rubbing it, and then, oh, okay, she's kind of going like this too, to see if she can feel the energy. All right, let's go. Okay. It is making my hands kind of tingly to do this, and then hold them like this. Maybe that's the energy. I'm making each hand tingle with the other. Soon I'll be making my socks tingle. Get a light object like socks and try to think of the item as a part of your body that can move. It's actually a lot easier if you keep your sock on your foot. That way it still is a part of your body. Then it's really easy to move. Ah, boing, boing. Okay. Here's my sock. Think of the object as part of your body. Okay. Go! You know how you shout at your body? Go! Okay, and then she lists a bunch of other steps like moving on to heavier objects like stone, and then finally she shuts a door. Don't really think I can move on to those until I move this sock, so let's give this another go. Feel the energy. I don't know why it's this motion, like you're opening a doorknob. Shouldn't it be like, go, go, get out of here. Dude, PU. Stinky sock. Okay, the sock's going back on my foot.
How to practice telekinesis, or moving matter with your mind. All you need is a small piece of paper, like a Post-it note, an eraser, and a needle.
Okay, so I went out and I got a needle. I actually got a whole bunch. And then I'm gonna stick it into this piece of foam. Oh, foam everywhere. What the hell? Look at all this foam, dude. Perfect. Okay, now I just plop this on here. Hey, needle's not long enough. Oh no! What do I do? How long was her freaking needle, dude? Oh yeah, she's got a really long needle. Well, she didn't say that. She didn't say make sure you pick the longest needle you've ever seen. Okay, good thing I bought multiple needles. Maybe I can tape 2 of them together. Make a super needle. Okay, I feel like I did that really poorly, so it's not necessarily gonna be the sturdiest thing or the prettiest thing. But hey, if I'm doing literal telekinesis, then, you know, can't complain. All right, let's put it on now. There we go. Perfect. Make sure there's no airflow. Well, there's always gonna be some airflow. Look, hey, that thing moved. There's always gonna be some airflow. Did that move because of my breath? I think it moved because I laughed. I went, yeah, there it goes. Okay. Now I see why the airflow thing is so important. Focus on a corner of the paper. Okay. It's moving again. I feel like it moves every time I talk. I'm manifesting it moving. Paper move, go, paper go. Stare at it for a while, become one with the object. Okay, you and me, object, we're about to become one. Okay, I think we're pretty much one. Okay, imagine your hands are magnets, and then she just goes. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna imagine my hands are magnets. Whoa! Yo, dude, I'm fucking psychic. My theory here is that my hands are heating up the air next to it, and heat, you know, changes like the air current, because cold air rushes to hot air or something. It's like why tornadoes form, right? I think I almost made a tornado is what I'm trying to say. I gotta be careful. To test my theory that it's just heat, I'm gonna do the same thing again, imagining my hands are magnets, making the shit move, but this time I'm gonna be wearing gloves. These gloves are nice winter gloves that keep my hands nice and toasty in the winter, so heat should be not transferring through the gloves, okay? And I'm gonna hold my breath too. I can't hold my breath for that long. Well, it didn't move at all. I mean, like, so it kind of seems like it might have been the heat from my hands. Also, having my hands in gloves and going like this with them makes me feel like I'm murdering somebody. Okay, lastly, I'm gonna be following that girl's YouTube video where she was moving foil with her mind. I chose to do this one last because I'm most confident it's going to work because it's 100% just air. I am 100% confident that it is, yeah, 100% just air. It is kind of fun though. It actually does make you feel kind of sick, dude, honestly. Okay, well, I guess that's that. It's just air. Crazy. Okay, so that obviously did not work. I guess in a way I probably should have known. This video I watched where this girl can only move a piece of foil is from 2 years ago. And as of 5 months ago, she can now move 2 pieces of foil. Sometimes. So even if there is something supernatural there, something that's more than meets the eye, it's probably gonna take a little longer than the 20 minutes I had allotted to figure it out. I am coming away from trying those feeling kind of bad though. Like, I don't think that this girl is purposely trying to misinform people. I don't think she knows it's all fake. I think someone probably convinced her that this is telekinesis and that if you just keep practicing, you're gonna get better at it. Anyways, I was gonna give up on this entirely until I found this series called Superhuman on a streaming service for insane people called Gaia. Gaia hosts a bunch of conspiracy content, shows about alternative health, ghosts, aliens, that are made to look like your average educational documentary that you would find on like the History Channel. In Superhuman, they explore the limits of the human mind. They talk to researchers who are well versed in the field of telekinesis, or as they call it in this show for some reason, psychokinesis.
PK is short for psychokinesis. It is the ability to move a physical object without physical contact.
I don't know why they rebranded telekinesis to sound even more insane. This is not getting more people on board. No, guys, I don't believe in telekinesis, okay? I believe in wacky kinesis. To show off how psycho her kinesis can be, the host of this show, Caroline, takes her friend Rachel to meet with a psychokinesis practitioner, Sean.
It is a meditation process in itself, in the way if you're too tense, it stops moving. When you relax, it starts moving again. If you don't give it enough time, it doesn't work. If you let go, it works.
So I'm immediately getting the same vibe that I got from that YouTuber, where it feels like he wants it to be real so bad that he's just like making up reasons why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
If you're too tense, it stops moving. When you relax, it starts moving again.
Yeah, sometimes I have trouble getting the foil to move, but that's just because I care too much. It freaks the foil out. He does his little presentation and the foil won't move. He's like, no, the foil hates me. I knew it. The foil fucking hates me.
And mine just started responding too, so I think we're sharing a field now.
Oh my god, he and Rachel are sharing a field? It's the most romantic thing I've ever heard, dude. Is there something going on between Sean and Rachel? Caroline's over there by herself with her thing, like, yeah guys, I think I'm in the field too. Mine's moving. Sean's like, no, you're not. You're in your own field, all right? Me and Rachel are in a field together.
I was wondering if I am here, if I'll have more ability.
Sure, keep going.
Sure, go for it. It's all fake anyway, so do whatever you want. I just feel like if this dude Sean has been at it for years, and the best he can do is move foil sometimes, but he can't even figure out like why it moves, then even if psychokinesis is real, it's just not good. How about that? Yeah, here's a new take actually. Psychokinesis is real, it just sucks. Okay, but here's where things get even crazier. Here's where the real shit starts, all right? Here's where Caroline travels to the UK to meet with an exceptional group of young children.
First stop is in the UK, where we encounter children who are using blindfolds to access their superhuman abilities.
What do you mean you just encountered them? You just find these kids?
And now tell me what's on this card.
Oh, tiger.
Isabella, what is the shape and color of this stone?
Kind of like a circle, and it's not really, it's kind of like see-through.
That's right. There's a school in England where children are learning to see while blindfolded. They can make out shapes while blindfolded. They can read with the blindfold on. They can even dodge cones with a blindfold on. And it's not just in the UK actually. There's another school in Utah that teaches kids how to do all sorts of things blindfolded. But in this school, the instructor is wearing a karate uniform for some reason. Are they also fighting the kids blindfolded? That seems kind of fucked up. The instructor's never even blindfolded. Seems unfair.
Orange, blue, green. Yeah. 8 of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 5 of hearts.
All this seems insane to me. I mean, it definitely gives you pause. You're kind of like, wait, is this real? Because it's like, sure, they might be able to like memorize the book and then just recite it from memory. That's how they're doing that. But then like, how are they like hopping through obstacle courses? How are they navigating stores with the blindfold on?
How about the grilled chicken and sausage gumbo?
Gumbo. Finally, I can use my mind's eye to locate the chicken gumbo. But then you kind of start to notice that there's something very similar going on in each one of these lessons. Something very subtle. A tiny little baby head tilt that almost makes it seem like maybe they're just seeing through the bottom of the blindfold.
Harry, do I need to come closer?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll come closer for you. What does it look like? I'll come closer. It's like an owl. It is an owl. Fabulous.
So why would she need to come closer if he's just like perceiving it with his mind? So I'm like 90% sure this is what's going on here. In fact, I'm 95% sure. In fact, I'm 100% sure. So I don't know if the kids have just been sworn to secrecy, like they know it's all fake, and the woman who runs the school is just like making sure they keep the secret to the point where even the parents think it's real, or if she's somehow convinced the kids that they really do have this superpower, and that what they're seeing through the bottom of the blindfold is just like what's in their mind's eye. But there's definitely some insane manipulation going on here, some crazy lies, which makes what happens next in the Gaia show even more fucked up.
My longtime friend Kim, who at the age of 33 discovered she suffered from a rare genetic macular disease. While her condition is medically impossible to cure, Kim was willing to defy the odds and potentially try to regain her perfect eyesight.
They got this woman who is going blind and convince her that she's gonna be able to see without her vision. The narrator said she could regain her perfect eyesight. They are wasting this poor sweet woman's time and getting her hopes up for no reason, dude. This is so mean. And the tests they have her do to regain her vision are so dumb.
Here. Oh, here is red.
It's working.
That seems like it's blue.
She is doing everything in her power to try to get that blue light to reflect into the goggles. Why would she need to put it all around her head to use telekinesis? In the next clip, she's like sliding the paper into the blindfold. I think it's blue. But hey guys, the results speak for themselves. Look how far she comes in just a few short sessions.
Green. Excellent. Looks like pinky red, magenta, whatever. Pinkish red.
Dude, huh? She's not even holding up the paper until she guesses it.
Green. Excellent.
This is so mean. It just feels like a mean prank, dude. Leave this woman alone. So I've noticed from a lot of these different clips in these different schools, the blindfold that they're using always says Mindfold on it. So I looked it up, and the Mindfold is just kind of like a sleep or relaxation mask that you can buy on Amazon for $14. So I did, and now I'm gonna figure out what the heck is going on. Behold, the Mindfold, the most powerful blindfold in the world. Truth be told, the Mindfold does seem like a pretty legitimate blindfold. Yeah, okay, so I can't see shit. In terms of how much light it lets in anyway. In terms of what it advertises being able to do, it is a little bit out there. Sleep, meditation, travel, training, sports, mind power, and whatever you can imagine. God damn, that's covering all their bases. They said mind power and then still took it a step further and was like, and anything else. I also got some materials for training. I got my favorite childhood book, Corduroy. I'm gonna try to read this while blindfolded. I got some construction paper for trying to perceive colors. I did accidentally buy perforated construction paper that has little shapes perforated into it. And I can tell you that with my eyes closed is a fish. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a circle. Maybe it's 2 circles? How did I do that? The first test I'm gonna do is just try to see if I can hold it around my head and see what color it is at all. Okay, let me try to focus on like being omnipresent. For some reason, my brain wants to say yellow. So let me take a look here. Okay. Jesus, dude. It's a bright light pointed at my eyes right here. Who put this light here, man? Right off the bat, I noticed that I do not have any sort of natural psychic ability. Purple. But another thing I noticed is that all of the kids in the Gaia show seem to wear their blindfolds so that their eyes are at the very bottom of it. So I decided to give that a shot, and that made things way easier. I can see very clearly. It's not just like a rim of light anymore. It's like I can fully see any type of paper you can hand me now. I can see like that's orange, that's freaking purple, that's freaking green. If this is what you can see normally, then this is basically what I could see with the blindfold on like this. And even when staring directly into the camera lens, you still can't even see my eyes. So now I guess with my eyes concealed, hopefully, let me see if I can read a little bit out of Corduroy. Let's see, can Danny read? The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator. He's got my man in a chokehold, dude. Who is this guy? If that is how these training schools work, that's actually insane. Like, these kids can fully see out of the mask. I can literally see everything up to here. So I could navigate an obstacle course, lickety split. It seems like this is pretty easy to fake, but I do owe it to the community of people that do this to at least try to figure out, like, is this possible to do legitimately? Can I train my brain to see without sight? Luckily, our boy Sean from earlier has actually written an entire book about the process of seeing without your eyes. It's called Mind Sight, and I got it, and I read it, and I spent a week training. His recommendations were a little bit unorthodox at times. Sean actually recommends doing this practice while exposing as much skin as possible. Take your shirt off. Taking your shirt off is ideal if you're comfortable doing so. And he also kept reiterating that he actually doesn't even know how this works. There are multiple possibilities for how it works, but ultimately, you don't need to know how it happens in order to make it happen. But look, I know what you want, okay? You don't want me to just read the entire book to you. You don't want to see every single training session I ever did. You want to know, does this work? I spent the past week doing this. I read the whole freaking book by the face of this movement. So I think it's only appropriate to do one final session so you can see all the progress I've accumulated so far. Can Danny see without his eyes.
You're sharing a field now.
Seems like it's blue.
Wait, we are always connected with everything around us.
How about the grilled chicken and sausage gumbo?
Purple? No! You know, at the end of the day, I actually don't feel too bad about not being able to figure it out because you know the guy that wrote that book, Sean McNamara? I found his YouTube channel where he has a video of him practicing this very same thing, and he also hasn't figured it out.
I haven't been working with this for very long, so I can't say that this technique of training yourself will 100% work for you.
This one's particularly dark yellow.
The guy who literally wrote the book on how to see without your eyes can't see without his eyes. But hey, if you want to get behind the wheel of a car and drive, you don't have to know how to drive. The worst part about that video is that it came out after the book came out.
This one's particularly dark.
This man really just made up a whole book, and I read it. That's awesome. So look, in this video, maybe I didn't learn how to move objects with my mind. Maybe I didn't learn how to see with my eyes closed. But I did come away from this with one strange experience. This weird, nagging feeling that there's about to be a package at my door. Hello. I'm you, from the future. Okay. Since I read that book, I have continued to train my mind. I am now able to transcend not only physical touch and sight, but time itself. Why are you crawling? You have to act like a baby for it to work. That's incredible. Mommy. You know, for a second, I thought this whole package at the door thing was gonna be a HelloFresh segment. It is. If you think being able to move objects with your mind would make your life easier, wait until you hear about today's sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime by delivering pre-portioned ingredients and amazing recipes right to your door, which leaves you with a lot less time waiting in a checkout line and a lot more time doing stuff you enjoy, like hanging out in this beautiful, warm weather that we're having this spring. HelloFresh ingredients are the good stuff, and you don't want to waste the good stuff. That's why they send you only exactly what you need, so you don't end up with a whole bunch of like one ingredient that you're never going to use just to follow one recipe. It's good for your wallet, and it's also good for the planet. HelloFresh's recipes are super easy to follow, even for someone who is not the most experienced chef like myself. Look at me preparing these delicious Santa Fe pork tacos. I find that their recipes are just complex enough that it's something I wouldn't know how to make on my own, but simple enough that I feel confident enough to make the entire recipe myself, no problem. And look at these tacos. These tacos are like better than something you could get in a restaurant. It only took 20 minutes to cook, and I've got no food waste. HelloFresh meals have a 31% lower carbon footprint than grocery store-bought meals. Plus, nearly all of HelloFresh's packaging is curbside recyclable in most of the US. So if you want to check out HelloFresh, then head on over to HelloFresh.com and use my code TrulyGreg50 for 50% off, plus your first box ships for free. That's HelloFresh.com, use my code TrulyGreg50 for 50% off, and your first box ships free. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out HelloFresh. That's awesome. Kind of rude of you to eat the entire thing right in front of me, but I get the idea. I must return to my time. Oh yeah, you probably shouldn't stay too long. We don't want you to damage the space-time continuum, so. No, that's not why. Okay. I just have other shit to do. Okay. I'm stuck between. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to the Romance Channel, where we cover the hottest romance movies known to man. When you think of the perfect love story, what comes to mind? Passion, lust, destiny, brothers, psychological intimidation, gazebos. All of those? Yeah, all of them? Good. Because today we're talking about The Kissing Booth. I've had this movie recommended to me for a while, and I recently sat down to watch it, and I gotta say, guys, I'm pretty confused. This movie has a completely normal premise, and there's actually nothing wrong with it. It's not weird at all. Guys, don't we all have a best friend? And don't you and your best friend have a written, strict set of rules that you guys follow to maintain your friendship? And isn't one of them, don't fuck my brother? Do not have sex with my brother! Of course, so see, I don't know what the problem is.
Just don't end up grinding coochies with my brother, or I'll literally never talk to you again.
Grinding coochies? What the? Ugh. All right, you know what? Just for that, that's it. I am making the video. The Kissing Booth is a bad movie. This movie starts off with way too much exposition. Instead of a normal movie where you sort of naturally learn about the characters as the story progresses, the movie decides to just dump the main character Elle's entire life story on you in like 3 minutes.
Look at that cute baby. That's me, Elle Evans.
And the smelly, less cute baby right next to me, that's my best friend Lee.
Okay, Elle and Lee are best friends. Good to know.
For as long as I can remember, Lee and I have absolutely loved to dance.
Okay, they like dancing at the arcade.
First Christmas I remember, I was 6. I got a Barbie dance party. Lee got a scooter. Broke my leg riding Lee's scooter.
Okay, Lee got a scooter and you broke your leg. Actually, should I be writing this down?
Learned how to ride a bike. Learned how to swim.
Okay, she knows how to swim? I feel like I would have just assumed she knew how to swim.
Got my first bra. Discovered I like soccer. Discovered a way to get to our favorite place to dance.
Okay, all right, okay. I think it's too much information, right? There's no way all of this information is necessary right at the beginning of the movie. It's not. It's almost all unnecessary information, actually. And by the time I finished watching this intro, I felt like I had already watched like 10 movies. I still have to watch another movie after this. I've watched like 3 people grow up from being a baby. Before the movie even starts, you watch Elle's mom slowly die in the hospital.
Sat with mom in the hospital. Said goodbye to my mom.
Damn.
Told her all about Noah. Watched Noah ride his motorcycle for the first time.
Oh, hell yeah. Mom or motorcycle? I think we came out all right on that deal. Did we need to see the mom die? Did that have to happen? They barely reference it in the rest of the movie. Did they have to just rapid fire through that? I guess it gives you a reason in the movie, like right off the bat, to be rooting for Elle, because you've seen her go through some hard times. I guess later on in the movie, if you ever start to feel like she's being an asshole, the movie can be like, hey, well, her mom died, all right? So take it easy with the judging, okay? Pretty much all you need to know from the intro of this movie is that Elle and Lee are best friends. You know because they pretty much have the same letters in their name. And Elle has a crush on Lee's older brother, Noah. Noah is established as being irrationally angry and violent in the intro as well, so what's not to love?
And that's me today. Savoring the last fleeting moments of summer at Lee's totally awesome house.
How do they go through that long-ass intro and never once explain why Lee lives in like a $50 million mansion in LA? We learned so much we didn't need to know, and they don't explain like the very first thing I have a question about when the movie starts. Hold up, why are his parents billionaires? We're just supposed to accept that? Elle ends the introduction narration and is like, well, other than that, I'm just a normal girl with some normal friends.
I know what you're thinking. Noah Flynn is stupid hot. Lee and I developed a list of friendship rules. Lee was responsible for rule number 9, which specifically states relatives of your best friend are totally off limits.
So there's those rules I was talking about. They have this list of rules that they can never break because they're the things holding their friendship together, and one of them is, hey, do not have any romantic relationship with any of our relatives.
What an ass.
I know.
Hey, rule number 9, young lady.
Hey, don't fuck my brother. So Elle is clearly infatuated with Noah right from the start. I think we can all see that. Lee can see that. So you might think, damn, they have just a few rules in their friendship and Elle is not able to follow them. What a jerk. And 1, you haven't even seen the half of it, dude. If you think this is bad, what do you think the rest of this movie's about? And 2, easy with the judging, dude, all right? Her mother passed away. I do find it interesting that the rule says, like, no dating either of our relatives. This rule was clearly made just to keep Elle away from Noah. Elle's only immediate family in this entire movie is her dad, who's like 50, and her brother, who was probably like 2 when they made these rules up. Her mother, I don't know if you know this, but she unfortunately did pass away, so she is not in the picture anymore. So did Lee propose this rule being like, hey, so, if you stay away from my brother, then I, a child, won't fuck your dad. Deal? One day while getting ready for school, Elle rips her pants and has to wear the only other option that the uniform allows, which is her skirt, which is a little bit too short for her comfort, and she ends up getting groped by a jock. Luckily, Noah, who we've established as being very violent, jumps in to beat the shit out of the jock. And this sets Elle and Noah's love story into motion.
No one should treat a girl like that, especially if that girl's you.
Me?
Yeah, it's like those guys who are trying to get in my little sister's pants, which is super gross.
So Noah is the main love interest in this story, and they start out by establishing that Noah sees Elle as a little sister to him. Pretty interesting. And I do wonder how they're gonna get around that if he is to be her love interest in this movie. So the reason this movie is called Kissing Booth is because Elle and Lee run the dance club at their school, which they never actually show, but I think it just consists of them going to the arcade and playing Dance Dance Revolution, which, if so, is a sick idea for a club. But their school is having a carnival, and their dance club has to come up with like a fundraiser to do at the carnival.
Okay,
Do you think Mia would like this one? Because I think it makes my eyes pop, and I really want to kiss her at this party on Friday.
I really think Mia knows who you are? She's a varsity cheerleader. Basically, the only way that she'd ever make out with you is if you paid for it.
Kissing booth! Oh, shit. I love how they both say it at the same time. That's such a specific suggestion. It's almost as if they've done this before and they think of kissing booth as like the solution to every problem. Her mom was in the hospital earlier and Elle's like, damn, if only we could heal my mom with some kind of kissing booth! The doctor's like, you two need to get the fuck out of here. Obviously, that was the first thing we tried. Before Elle and Noah can get together, though, we need to find a little bit more out about Noah. Like, who is this main love interest? We know that he's violent, which is awesome. But the movie also has to show us how manipulative he is. You see, it all starts with Elle exploring some other love options at school. For example, the man that groped her earlier. Turns out he wants to go on a date with Elle, he wants to get her number, but he ends up standing her up, or so it seemed.
Flynn told me that it wouldn't be smart if I showed up for a date tonight.
Oh, sorry, so Noah goes by Flynn for some reason, like all of his friends call him Flynn, so when they're talking about Flynn, they're talking about Noah, just so that makes sense.
And it's not just me. He's been going around telling all the guys not to ask you out for a while now.
What? What? Okay, so not only does Noah see Elle as a little sister, but he's also like manipulative as hell and scary. I'm gonna beat up anyone that talks to you and threaten anyone that looks at you. And it's not because I want you. It's because I think you're gross. You're like a little sister to me, babe.
What?
Shit, now he's gonna kill me.
You can't tell him I told you.
Why do you care?
No boobs are worth a broken nose.
I don't know why that dialogue sounds like it was written by like a 40-year-old man. Hey, bud, no boobs is worth a broken nose, I'll tell you that. So she gets so mad that she decides to call Noah and like tell him off, and he's just like sitting around naked at his desk, almost like he was waiting for her to call. This man is insane. This is an insane man.
You realize that you're not my dad, right?
Look, you still got a lot to learn, kiddo.
He calls her kiddo? Gross. Lock this man up immediately. You still got a lot to learn, kiddo. Like, for example, how fucking crazy I am. You have no idea. You have no fucking clue. But you're gonna learn today. I'm naked, baby. The Flynns are a very controlling family, aren't they? Like, in Elle's friendship with Lee, he's made all these rules that he has to follow. Like, don't fuck my brother. And now Noah has rules like, don't fuck anybody else. It's an entire family where they're like, hey, who are you gonna fuck? Who is that? Who is that? Don't fuck him. Fuck me. No, don't fuck me. That's not allowed. So the kissing booth is coming up, but Elle is having a little bit of trouble getting people to volunteer to work at the kissing booth, obviously, because that sounds gross as hell.
Need peeps to work our kissing booth. You in?
No thanks. I'd rather be a customer. Not in this lifetime, girl.
Never gonna happen. You're kidding.
It seems like she started texting people that don't even go to her school. This guy? This like bald middle-aged man? Is that a teacher? Whoever he is, he thinks that it's hysterical that she would even ask. She's got Abraham Lincoln in here, Frida Kahlo. This girl has quite the contacts list. I do respect Abe for his honesty though. You know, I guess that is what he was known for. But I understand his reservations. He has not had good luck with booths in the past. After a few more uncomfortable scenes of Noah protecting Elle from herself, it's time for the kissing booth. Since they're short on volunteers, when it comes time to actually do the kissing booth, Elle ends up having to step up to the plate, and Noah, our sweet, violent Noah, decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going in.
Swimming in stars.
Okay, so they didn't get around the whole little sister thing. Cool, very cool. Right on, guys, rock on. They kiss, sparks are flying, literally. Like the lights on the sign start exploding. It's like this is a moment from Stranger Things when Elle is using all her powers. Lee's like, that's why I made the rule! You've unleashed his powers! No!
And get this, I even wound up kissing your brother.
What?
It's for charity, right?
Yeah. Just don't end up grinding coochies with my brother, or I'll literally never talk to you again.
Grinding coochies. Yeah, cool, man. Anyways, time to run home. Ah, what a lovely day for a run. It's only 12 miles, and this is a pretty normal thing for someone to do.
As I ran home, I wondered if our kiss meant anything to Noah. If I meant anything.
After he physically threatened any mortal man with a vague interest in you and then kissed you so hard that the lights exploded? I don't know, El. I don't really think you're on his radar.
How about a ride? Come on, Shelly. You know my mom will kill me if I leave you out here.
Yeah, El, he's just doing it because his mom would kill him if he didn't. So just get on his motorcycle, let him take you to his sex gazebo. That's right, baby. Noah's got a sex gazebo. And apparently he takes a lot of girls there.
Security.
Oh my god. Why was that initial voice so low? Security. It's like a monster.
Security here. You must answer these 3 riddles or I will eat you.
Is that you, Flynn? I thought I told you not to bring girls around here anymore.
Oh, is that just Noah? Locked another girl in your fuck shed, huh? Let me guess, he made the lights explode for you too. All right, guys, that's enough. Get out of here. So they end up not talking for a while after that. Elle is pretty pissed because she feels like just another one of Noah's hookup girls, you know? But you guys know Noah, man. You can't stay mad at him for long because he'll find you. You know? He'll find you.
You know what you need? Hot tub. Come on.
Oh, no, that's okay, Warren.
Come on, Evans, it'll be nice.
No, Warren, it's
Evans,
okay.
come on.
Warren,
Don't make me beg.
Warren, I'm
Come
not
on.
feeling well. Warren,
I said no, Warren.
Where the fuck did he come from? Was he just lurking beneath the sand to jump out?
Don't make me beg.
Ah, she said no! Leave her alone. Noah's a really confusing character in this movie because they kind of portray him as this like popular guy that gets all the girls. Whenever he's not talking to Elle, he's like making out with some other girl or like talking to the popular cheerleader girls or whatever. But he like, other than that, doesn't seem to have any friends or like a social group. The only time he interacts with the other guys in his grade is to threaten them, apparently. For this entire party, before this happens, they just show him kind of like lurking alone in a corner until something happens to Elle and then he goes goblin mode, which apparently she's pretty into.
Elle, wait! Just get in the car, Elle. Get in the car, Elle!
I mean, how can you say no to that? After that, she takes him back, of course, and they go up to the Hollywood sign to talk, and then they grind coochies or whatever.
How many girls have you made out with in this spot?
I only come here alone. Until now.
The Hollywood sign at night. You guys ever been to the Hollywood sign at night? Great place to make out. Great place to get eaten by coyotes, too. I feel like a lot of people don't realize the Hollywood sign's like in the middle of a nature preserve. I think there's like mountain lions and shit up there. A coyote comes out from behind the Hollywood sign and is like, fucking by the Hollywood sign again, huh, Noah? This man's got some game. All right, guys, get out of here. I'm gonna have to eat your asses. I love that his secret spot to come and be alone is the Hollywood sign. Yeah, don't worry. I know a little place where we can be alone. It's called Times Square. We'll have a little more privacy up there. From there, their relationship blossoms. They go on dates all over town. They're sneaking around, trying to make sure Lee doesn't catch them. Nothing to see here, just 2 people with popcorn buckets for heads.
So, Ivy League school, huh?
It's not a big deal.
Which school?
Harvard?
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, well, his parents are billionaires, so it's not that amazing. They probably just like bought a new building or something, you know? Well, it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of not getting caught by Lee.
Hey, Noah, have you seen Elle?
Shit.
What's going on in here? Jesus, what happened to your face?
Oh, I had an accident and Noah offered to help.
Did you do that to her?
Okay, I know that Noah's violent, but like, come on. Did you do that to her? Yeah, dude, your friend came over and for no fucking reason, I just punched her square in the face and then immediately sat down facing her to start cleaning the wound.
Hey, no. It's Lee. I'm fine. I tripped in the garage and I was looking for you.
You really expect me to believe that she just tripped? Get a clue, Lee!
No, she expects you to believe that. She's the one that said it. Oh, you tripped in the garage? You expect me to believe that? He's like, I don't fucking know. Dude, I wasn't there.
I swear to God, if you laid a hand on that,
Hey, stop, Noah! Stop!
I'm digging this kind of like Hulk Black Widow vibe they've got going on here. This little, stop, this isn't you. She's like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World with the velociraptors. Hey, I raised you from a baby. It's me, all right? Calm down. You can't be violent if I'm here and you can see that I'm here. Easy. So Elle takes Lee downstairs to talk for a little bit, but she doesn't come clean, and Lee still isn't sure if something is up. So when Elle sneaks back up into Noah's room, Lee bursts in again and catches them kissing. Elle, did you not learn your lesson the first time? Lee busts in through doors. You're in his house. It just happened.
Unbelievable.
Wait, no, Lee, wait, no, stay here, please. Let me handle this.
Kind of feels like I just watched the same scene twice. It even ends with her being like, hey, it's me, stay.
She has no clue what she's gotten herself into with you. This is bullshit. You're acting like a hurt little bitch.
Noah, get off of him!
Noah's like, I would get off of him if Elle was here, but I can't see her right now, and I can't see who's telling me to stop, so I'm gonna fucking kill him! There's a lot of fallout from this interaction. Noah, like, skips town for a few days, and Lee doesn't want to talk to her anymore. Eventually, Noah comes back, and instead of coming to see Elle first, he goes to see Elle's dad to kind of, like, ask for advice and ask if it's okay if they date.
Where have you been, Noah?
The actor who plays the dad feels like he's from a completely different movie. Everyone else in this movie are these like beautiful, like model actors. This guy looks like he's from like a crime drama or something. He's a lot more like rough and rugged. He's very sour and sad. I guess his wife did just die, but that's pretty much seems like his entire character. He's not even like wearing the same type of clothes as the other characters. There's another scene where like all the other adults are wearing these like nice suits and he looks like he just like rolled out of bed. Everyone else in this movie's like, what are we gonna do? We gotta not break rule number 9 and oh, this is so hot and fun and sexy. And he's like, every night I stare at my reflection and I don't know who I am anymore. Every time I look into your eyes, I see my dead wife.
I can't say I support the two of you. I can't. But it's gotta be Elle's choice.
The dad's basically like, honestly, I don't care. You're not asking to date me, are you? I'm basically in my own movie over here, so I don't know why you even came to ask me. He looks like a detective in a gritty crime thriller. I don't know about you dating Elle, but I am investigating a series of murders that have taken place in a gazebo nearby. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? All right, Elle and Lee eventually make up and become friends again, but Elle doesn't want to take Noah back because it's just made everything so complicated in their friendship.
Why should I?
Because I love you.
I love you, Elle. I mean, you're my little sis. How could I not? So Noah decides, okay, Elle doesn't want me anymore. I'm just gonna leave for college tonight. I'm gonna head there right now. But Elle decides she wants to make up with him. And at their big summer birthday bash, that's like a costume party, Lee finally comes around and decides, you know what? You can date him, fine. He's going away to college. You'll probably never see him again anyway. So sure, I'll allow it now.
I have to find him, like now.
It's okay, I'll help you find him, okay? Meet you outside in 5.
So Elle and Lee set off to go find Noah.
Thank you for doing this, by the way. Gotta find him and tell him how I feel.
You just did.
Oh my god. What did you do to Lee, you monster? Also, how long have they been in the car? I swear they've been in the car for like 5 minutes. How did she not notice? Was he just sitting there silently the whole time? And he's like 8 feet tall. How did she not notice? I'm just trying to picture this. So Elle gets in the car. Noah's already sitting there completely silent in a Batman costume. They pull out. He says nothing. He's just sitting there. Something doesn't add up. And by something, I mean the whole movie. Anyways, the movie ends with him going to college. Yeah, he doesn't stick around. He just goes to college and that's how the movie ends. Doesn't that suck? They don't even get to go on like a real date as a real couple. He just goes to college and then the movie ends. All right, well, that concludes our time together today. You guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my subscribers on YouTube. So if you want to join Greg, just hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button. And then before you know it, your name will be legally changed to Greg. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, who here watches our YouTube videos? If you have seen our YouTube videos, then you know that we're not afraid to roast some internet stars from time to time when they're doing when they're doing something they shouldn't be doing, like exploiting their children for money so they don't have to get a real job. Or pretending they'll go to jail if you don't buy their merch. Yeah. Or performing a cringy live show just for a quick cash grab. Stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. So we thought, hey, if we're gonna do a live show, why not take all these flaming hot roasts to the stage? Oh yeah! And then we explained this little idea to our lawyer, and he told us that if we show someone else's video on the screen, they could sue us. Yeah, he was like, hell no, guys, don't do that. But we still wanted to roast someone, so we were racking our brains trying to figure out how do we roast someone who isn't a real person. And then it hit us. We could make someone up and roast the shit out of them. Yeah. You guys want to see us roast a made-up person? Good, because we're doing it anyway. Guys, meet Justin Chad. Oh, boo! Boo. Yeah, boo! Stinky. Guys, Justin has 4 million followers on Instagram, and he's the world's biggest douchebag. But most importantly, he's not real. Yeah, Justin may look like any other human being, living his human life no differently than either you or I, but that actually couldn't be further from the truth. And that's because he's just a bunch of facial features and body parts that we found on Google Images and photoshopped together to make it look like one person. But just because Justin Chad isn't a real person, doesn't mean he doesn't do some really messed up things. Oh, and it definitely doesn't mean that we can't rip him to shreds. That's right. Fact number 1, Justin's favorite activity is punching dogs. Of course it is. Fucking dog! Get this lame-ass dog out of here, dude! Get that mangy mutt off the screen! Danny? You thought we were booing the dog? Huh? We're booing the guy. Yeah, that's what I said. You said get that lame-ass dog off the screen. No, I meant dog as in like, bro. This is my dog right there. Get him off the screen. He's lame as fuck. That's what I said, and that's how everyone else interpreted it. I don't know how you interpreted it. Guys, Justin actually holds the world record for most dogs punched. I know it's a weird record for them to have, but they do it every year. And when reporters questioned how he's able to sleep at night, he was reportedly quoted as saying, "I don't need sleep. Because I'm not a real person." Oh my god. Fact number 2, Justin once started a GoFundMe campaign to raise money for his sister's hospital bills and raised over $30,000. Sounds nice, right? Yeah. Don't boo yet. This is not the bad part. I appreciate your enthusiasm though. You're wrong, because Justin doesn't have a sister. How could he? He's not real. And he used all the money he raised to buy cigarettes that he then gave to a bunch of little kids. There's the appropriately timed booze. Thank you. Can you believe that? Well, again, you shouldn't, because he's not real. And we gave those cigarettes to those little kids. Yeah, and I gotta say, they didn't even like them. No, they were super ungrateful. One of them kept going like, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Yeah, he was trying to speak some weird kid language to us. It's like, we don't speak nerd. Yeah. Totally ruined Christmas for us. Fact number 3. Yeah. Justin may have single-handedly caused World War I. Yeah, that's right. Justin is responsible for one of the most devastating events in human history. Total fuckboy move, if you ask me. You'd think the United Nations would be able to track him down and hold him accountable for his crimes against humanity, but for some reason, they haven't been able to yet. Which, now that I think about it, must be because he's a fictional character that we both made up. Yeah, and that's all bad enough. It really is. But we haven't gotten to the worst part yet. Justin's content. The thing that made him famous in the first place. And it's disgusting. It's awful. And of course, it's not real. So we hired a team of the world's best and most expensive visual effects artists to bring our vision of his content to life, and we're all going to watch that right now. Oh no. Oh no, Justin, why? Is this when he broke the world record? I don't think so, he's just punching one dog. Well, I hope one is the record. Oh my god. I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. Justin sucks! Yeah. Also, I feel like we spent way too much money on that animation. Yeah, I'm starting to think we got ripped off. Yeah, how much did we spend on that? It was like half the tour budget. What? Yeah. So that's like $30? Shit. Damn, that's way too much money. But you know what, guys? One thing is for absolute certain. That's right. If we ever saw this dude in real life, which we won't because we couldn't, I know exactly what we would do. Apologize for roasting him in our show.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my second channel. I hope you're all having a great day. If you stumbled across this channel thinking this was my main channel, this is actually my second channel. So you got a whole nother channel to subscribe to, because this isn't my main channel where I do all the commentary and the scripted nonsense. This is where I like to get a little bit goofier, a little bit more unscripted stuff, and get a little bit wacky and drink LaCroix. So let's do it. Today I got a lemon LaCroix, not limoncello, but just a regular old lemon. I thought it would be fun to play a game on my second channel. I don't think I've ever done like a gaming video or anything of the sort. So I asked on my Instagram what game you guys wanted to see me play. A lot of you said Episode, which I have been meaning to play for a while, but I also know that a lot of other YouTubers do videos about Episode, so I don't want to make it seem like it's my thing or anything. Curtis makes videos about Episode. He's made 2 videos and they're both really funny. So if you want more Episode content, go check out his. And it's also taken me a really long time to like get into Episode because I haven't found a story that I like. But I feel like I should just jump into it. Just like pick a story that sounds good and just dive into it and just see if it works out. And if it's fun, then it's fun. And if it's not, then I'll never post this video. So I found this story called A YouTuber's Reality. And I thought it would be fun because I'm a YouTuber in reality. So I'm curious to see if the author of this Episode story has a realistic view of what YouTubers' lives are like. And if not, you know, what's it gonna be like? So the description of the story is just a girl who decides to create her own YouTube channel. Once her videos blow up, what will happen? I don't know. What will happen? Will she quit her job or whatever she does? Will she drop out of school? Who's to say? All right, well, let's just jump into it. Let's see what it's like to be a YouTuber. Also, yeah, my hair is different because I didn't do it today. I sort of gave up on styling it because it's gotten too long and I haven't gotten a haircut in a while. Also, this is a new Greg shirt. You can get it at dannygonzalez.store. It's minty. Hey guys, I'm Chloe, the author of A YouTube Reality. I'm just starting out, so I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. I'm going to give you a chance to make your main character now, and also one of the guys. One more thing. I'm so sorry, but your name has to be Mia, and the guy's name has to be Skylar. Okay, so right off the bat, we're starting off this story with an apology because she messed up. I don't know if this is a thing in most Episode stories where the author has to like say something at the beginning to be like, hey, it's me, the author. That'd be cool if like movies did that, or the director came on before the movie and he was like, hey, it's me, George Lucas. I made the Star War. Enjoy the Star War. The main character has to be Luke. Okay, so she said the girl's name has to be Mia and the guy's name has to be, I already forgot. Okay, what's your name? Greg. How can I make Greg sound more girly? Greggy. Greg with an I. Ooh, now I get to customize her. Okay, so let's, I mean, she already looks fine. I don't know. Let's give her a friggin' chiseled square jaw, old eyes. I don't know how old this girl's supposed to be. I'm assuming she's like a teen, but she's gonna have some old ass eyes. And she's gonna have a mature round nose. Can I just give her all mature features? Mature, medium mouth. This is gonna be an old lady. Okay, yeah, let's make her hair. Oh, there's dreadlocks? No, I don't think so. Bedhead? She'll have just gotten out of bed in every scene that she's in. This is gonna be awesome. Can I make it gray? No, I can make it platinum blonde. That's close as I can make it to gray, but that actually looks pretty good. Okay. And let's just make her pale as can be. Perfect! And now, okay, now we get to customize the guy. I don't even remember what his name is supposed to be, so his name is gonna be Squeet. His name's gonna be Squeet. Let's also make him pale. Okay, can I make him look really old too? Sarcastic eyes. He looked at me with his sarcastic eyes. They were like, oh, I'm eyes. Oh yeah, I'm definitely eyes. Sarcastic eyes, you can make them black. You can give him black sarcastic eyes. We can give him nice thin eyebrows. Yeah, we'll give him a nice gaunt look like he hasn't eaten in weeks, a tiny little nose, and a giant mouth. All right, looking good, Squeet. He's perfect. Okay, so the beginning of the story says, at Mia's house in the morning. So I'm assuming that we're never gonna see the name Greggy again. It's just gonna be Mia, which I guess I should have seen coming. I don't feel the best. Maybe it's because I'm aging so fast. I'm 90 years old. I'm a 16-year-old in the body of a 90-year-old. Mia, breakfast! I'm not even ready yet. What should I wear today? Maybe a dress. Ooh, wow. She's stunting. Look at her out here. Mum. Ooh, is this a British game? Do I have to do a British accent for these people? Mummy! Mum, do you realize what time it is? 8 o'clock. Okay, I'm not gonna do a British accent. I can't. No, sweetie. It's 9. Oh, snap. I'm gonna be late. Bye, Mom. Love you. I like that she's just running in place. I haven't tapped yet, so I assume she's gonna run off the screen when I tap. But she's already started running. She's just like, all right, see you, Mom. I'm going off to school. Off she goes. Oh, and I thought she was gonna run the way that she was facing, but she turned around and walked the other way. I gotta go! Later on at school. Okay, so I was right, she is a teenager, so it is funny that I made her look mature. Yes, Mom. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is like our friend Grace or something. Hey! Hey, are you still coming over after school? Yeah, for sure. Did you see Shane Dawson's new video? Yes, hello. Imagine how awesome it would be to become a YouTuber. Yeah, but imagine all the hate we would get, especially from Leah and Becky and the rest of the world. I mean, I don't think it's like guaranteed that you're gonna get a bunch of hate if you become a YouTuber. I really don't get that much hate. I have to really search for it. The vast majority of my audience is like overwhelmingly nice. I feel like you have to do something really shitty to get like a decent amount of hate. And I make fun of people on my YouTube channel. That's like all I do. Right off the bat, it's some unrealistic expectations of what being a YouTuber is like. That's very true. Yes, we would definitely get a lot of hate. Okay, maybe they're like racist or something and we don't know. And that's that's just sort of like the subtext. They're like, we would definitely get a lot of hate on YouTube. We got some super fucked up opinions. Uh-oh. Here's Leah and her friend and Becky, I think her name was. I heard my name. You're hearing things, girl. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not crazy. And I'm not your girl. Come, Becky, let's leave. They're honestly the meanest people I have ever met. That was such a weird conversation. They just came up and they were like, hey, I heard my name. You're hearing things. No, I'm not. Bye. She didn't have anything to say, or she seems like she's a bully and she didn't bully them at all. She was just like, did you say my name? I'm not crazy. I gotta go. Later on after school, do I need to give them different voices? Is it confusing that I'm using the same voice for all of them? I'm gonna use my normal voice for Mia, and maybe I'll try to come up with different voices for the other characters so it's less confusing. Will I be given any choices in this game? I thought that was like the whole point of the game, is that I can like choose my own destiny and stuff. This is just like reading a book, but I have to tap for each new sentence. What is taking so long? Hey, do you know where Mr. Fields' office is? Oh, it's Skylar. Okay, so this is the guy I designed. I guess his name was supposed to be Skylar. He also looks pretty old and hungry. Oh yeah, it's just around the corner. Oh, thank you. Let me guess. After school detention? I wouldn't guess that by looking at this guy. He looks old. I'd be like, do you work here? Are you a parent? Yep. I was actually being really good today. Yeah, I'm sure you were. Skylar, what are you doing talking to this thing? Oh, okay. All right, I've got a choice here. So I can say, it's actually Mia, get it right? Or, that's not nice. Let's tell her our name. That's actually helpful. And? You think I really care? Is this voice gonna get really annoying? Let's find out. Come, Skylar, we are leaving. Oh, I'm Skylar, by the way. If you didn't hear her say it 2 times. I'm Skylar. Yeah, I'm Mia. I can't believe he actually spoke to me. Oh, Grace is back. Oh, now I gotta come up with a voice for Grace? Hey, was that Skylar Bradshaw? Yeah, weird, right? Yes, very weird. Let's go. Back at Mia's home. Okay, I'm hoping we're gonna get into some YouTube stuff soon. What's gonna... Does she have cigarettes? She's got cigarettes on her nightstand. Is this an old lady? No wonder she looks like that. She's a chain smoker at the age of 14. Why does she have an ashtray on her nightstand? That's so weird. Maybe it only put that there because I gave her all those mature features. I was actually being serious. I want to start a YouTube channel. Just do it. That's gonna be Grace's new voice. I didn't like the other voice. But you know there are going to be haters out there, right? Especially if the girls at school find out about it. Yeah, well... Oh, okay, so we can just keep it a secret? Or I could just not worry about what other people think. Do we think that Leah and her friend Becky, I think her name was, are really gonna be mean about it? Should we keep it a secret? What would I do if I was in high school and I had a YouTube channel? Well, actually, I did have a YouTube channel in high school and I didn't keep it a secret, so I'm gonna pick that. Just don't worry about what other people think. You got this, Mia. Yeah, that could work. So, are we gonna do it? You are, not me. What? I can't do it on my own? What? She's not gonna help? Wow. You think you know someone. I'll help you out. I'm not getting in the videos, but fine. What are you gonna film on? I think me mum has an old camera in the basement. I guess I'm just gonna speak in a British accent anytime they say mum. Off they go, down to the basement. Where do we start looking? Maybe in that box that is labeled cameras? Oh, shit, roasted. Maybe in the box labeled cameras, dumbass. Found it. Oh, you're so smart. Here we go. Wait, that's just a phone. The old camcorder that they were talking about that was in the basement is like a modern looking iPhone. Why don't they just use their phones? I assume they have phones, right? A lot of YouTubers actually just use their phones. I was pretty surprised to find that out. So you could blow up using anything. You could film with a can of LaCroix and blow up. And I'm not just saying that because I love LaCroix. I really mean it. Let's head back upstairs. So what's our first video? Your first video. Grace is like, this bitch will not stop including me in this. I don't want to get made fun of at school. But at the same time, it's like, well, then stop following her around, Grace. You know, it's like, go home then if you don't want to help. Just do a welcome to my channel video. Oh, that's good. That's clever. How clever. Have you guys seen that TikTok that's it's like a cartoon and he puts a lime on the screen and he's like, I'm clever. I'm clever. It's one of my favorite TikToks. Where should we film? Out here should be fine. Okay, let's set the camera up. Is this a good angle? I like that she's just like perfectly covering up Grace. I mean, I guess Grace didn't want to be in the video, but it just kind of seems like kind of savage to be like, how's this angle? The one where we don't have to look at you. How's that for an angle? Looks fine to me. Okay, she likes it, I guess. Okay, I'm starting. You got this. As a YouTuber, I gotta give some constructive criticism. It seems like they decided to start a YouTube channel, but they don't really know what they're gonna do yet. Like, they don't even know what kind of videos they're gonna post, which I guess is fine. Like, you can experiment a little bit, but they're even going into their first video not knowing what they're gonna do. That's how you end up making like Lele Pons videos, where you're just like, I don't know, let's just film whatever, we'll figure it out as we go. Like, what is this introduction video even gonna be? Because usually in an introduction video, people would be like, on this channel, you can expect to see, you know, penguin reviews. I'm gonna be talking about all the hottest penguins, the most dateable penguins of 2020. This one, hot as fuck. But since they don't know what kind of videos they're gonna post on their channel, what is the introduction video just gonna be? It's just gonna be like, hey, I am Mia. Please subscribe. Hey guys, I'm Mia. Okay, so I guess that is what it's gonna be. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Mia goes on talking about herself and her life. It's not important. You don't need to you don't need to see any of that. Any of the interesting stuff. Unaware of what is going to happen in the next few weeks. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed episode 1. I'm really sorry for it being short. Please give me feedback. Bye. Oh, okay. Well, so to be continued. We'll do one more episode. I think there's like 8 total. So we'll squeeze another one into this video. Hey guys, welcome back. This episode should be very exciting. Let's get into it. But first, I'll give you a chance to edit your character. So what's your name? Oh, maybe we get to actually use our name this time. So I'm gonna name her Greggy again. Let's see if we actually get to use the name this time, or if she's just gonna be Mia again. I don't think we wanna change anything unless I can give her white hair. No, all the colors are the same. So, looks good to me. She's perfect. She's beautiful. I still don't know if I should have posted the video. I really want to, but if I do, it's up for everybody to see. I'm gonna do it. Post it. Damn, that was fast. I doubt it'll even get any views anyway. Later on, at school. No views. I knew I wouldn't get any. What's the point? So this is kind of interesting. It's like a duality because she wants it to be popular because she wants to be a popular YouTuber, but she also like doesn't want anyone to see it. That's something I kind of relate to, honestly. It's like, I want my videos to get views because it's very gratifying to be a creator and have people watch what you do, but knowing that like people I know watch my videos kind of freaks me out because I just like picture them watching it and I know they don't laugh at every joke, and so just picturing them watching my videos and like not laughing at some of the jokes just really irks me for some reason, because it just like picturing them being like, oh, that wasn't very funny. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna hide in a hole forever, for the rest of my life. She wants the views, she just doesn't want anyone to see it somehow. She wants her cake and she wants to eat it too, I'd say. Hey Mia, it's me, Skylar. Hey Skylar. I was just going to see if you wanted to maybe do something this weekend. That is, if you're not busy. Ooh, a little bit of romance in this too. So it's not just about YouTube, it's about falling in love. Is he asking me out? Yeah, for sure. Cool, I'll call you tonight. Sounds great. What was that? I think he just asked me on a date. What? He's like one of the most popular guys in school. She says as she points with a fully straightened arm across the room in the opposite direction of where he went. He's one of the most popular boys in school! I even heard that Leah had a little crush on him. Oh shit. Not her arch nemesis. Oh, this won't end well. Who cares? Rub it in her face. Ha 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 ha. Grace was the one who was making a big deal about it. And then all of a sudden she was like, actually, who cares? Who cares? What? One of the most popular boys in school and our bully has a crush on him? What, do you think I should not go on a date or what? I don't know, who cares? I don't care. I don't care about anything. That's so mean, but to be honest, she really deserves it. I would like to point out that we haven't seen any evidence that Leah deserves anything. We haven't seen her bully anyone, really. All we've seen her do is be like, hey, did you say my name? Okay, I'm not crazy. Bye. We haven't really seen her do anything that, like, warrants revenge. Did you post the video? Yeah, still no views. Just keep posting. You're gonna gain subscribers eventually. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll make another video after school. That's good. I like that her first video didn't go viral. I was kind of worried it was gonna make her, like, introduction video go viral, which I've never seen happen before. Unless it's for, like, a person that's already famous making a YouTube channel. Like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's intro video probably went viral. But, like, just a random person being like, hey, I'm Mia, and this is my channel. Like, that would never go viral. So I was worried it was gonna make that video go viral, but I guess she's gonna keep posting, so that's good. Also, I'm just realizing it's still not using the name that we added. We're still Mia, so that's kind of disappointing. Why did it let us change our name? Was it just like, you can change it to Mia again if you want to? If it wasn't Mia before, you better make it Mia now. I've gotta run, I'll meet you at lunch. Off she goes. Oh, I got a view. Ooh, 1 view. Mia, your video has got over 100 views. Are you serious? Oh. Okay, so is this video gonna go viral? Yes, look. Oh my God. She's not even looking at her phone. She's just like, oh shit, 100 views? Wow. I wish I could see it, but my phone's too high. It's a start, I guess. I'll say 100 views for your first video where all you do is just like introduce yourself. That's pretty good. You have to make another video when you get home. Yeah, I will. What about though? Make a story time video. That's a good idea. Nothing interesting has happened to me ever in my whole life. Nothing interesting has ever happened to me. I've been sitting in a room smoking cigarettes for 60 years. And then I went to high school and met you. That's all. That's the only thing that's ever happened to me. And that, my friend, is why clickbait was invented. Okay, this episode story is kind of taking a cynical approach to being a YouTuber. It's kind of like you gotta lie in order to make it. This is kind of interesting. That's terrible. I'll find something to make it about. Remember in first class when you ate a berry off the big tree and everyone told you they were poisonous? Yeah. Talk about that and caption the video, I was poisoned. Oh, so now I can decide whether it's a good idea or not. Should I lead Mia down the path of lying in her YouTube videos, or should we try to stay honest? Shit. I don't know. What do I want to come of this? Here's my plan. I'm gonna say it's okay to lie at first, and once we get a little bit bigger, maybe we'll stop lying if it gives me an option again. But you know what? Just to get the ball rolling a little bit, we can be a little bit clickbaity. That's fine. That's a really good idea, actually. I think it's a great idea. I'll decide when I get home. Oh. Okay. I don't actually get to make any decisions for her. I just get to decide what she says, and then she'll decide later. Okay, well, I've got an appointment to go to, so I'll see you tomorrow. She's right. I'm not gonna get views unless I use some sort of clickbait. I'm just not interesting. That afternoon, Mia's phone begins to ring. Hello? Oh, hey, Skylar. Tomorrow after school? Yeah, for sure. Oh, shit, I think we got a date. We got a date with that hubba hunk of a man, Skylar. Okay, bye. He just asked me to go to the movies with him. Yes. Things are looking good for Mia here. She's got a YouTube video on the rise. She's got a hubba hunk of a man. I've never said that before in my life, but that's how I'm gonna describe Skylar from now on. That hubba hunk of a man. Okay, I've gotta make this video. Okay, camera is set up, and by that she means my phone is in video mode. And that's all the setting up that is required. Here goes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be telling a story time. I was poisoned! That's actually pretty good. Just like a attention grabber, a nice hook right from the start. Hey guys, today I'm gonna be telling a story. I was poisoned! So basically in first grade, in first class, we all went on an excursion to the zoo. I'm assuming first class is like first grade. The person who wrote this is like British or something, or maybe they live somewhere else. But they say mum and they say first class, so they're not American. That's for sure. Speak American, dude. In first class, we all went on an excursion to the zoo, and there were these big trees there. I was so starving, I would have eaten anything. So I picked a berry from this tree and I ate it. Then next minute, all these kids are running around saying, "You're gonna die!" Oh shit. So I was freaking out. How did all the kids at once know to say, "You're gonna die"? Like, why did everyone immediately think that's poison? We all know. We all took a poisonous plants class together. Were you not there? It was like at the community center. We all took it together. You're gonna die. Mia continues to tell the story with excitement. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, that's done. I wish I could see one of her YouTube videos. We only just get like snippets of them. Just sort of like the intro, and then the story is just kind of like, and so on. And we never really get to see what the full YouTube video is. I would like to critique it. Now I just need to post it. Done. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Dude, actually, honestly, that's pretty relatable. When I film a YouTube video, I can't like do anything for the rest of the day. My brain is so fried from trying to make sure I don't fuck up while I'm filming that I just like lay on the couch and do nothing for the rest of the day. So that's actually pretty relatable. Good night, world. Through the night, Mia's phone does not stop buzzing. One buzz after another. That is how it would go if it didn't stop buzzing. What's happening? Find out on the next episode of A YouTuber's Reality. Also, I really want to get the first 3 episodes out, and then I promise the episodes will become much longer. Chloe. All right, well, I say we call it there, fam. There's the first 2 episodes of A YouTuber's Reality. That's 2 out of 8. You know, if this video doesn't turn out super boring, maybe we can finish the series some other time. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys had some LaCroix. If you want to get the shirt again, it's at DannyGonzalez.store, or you can get the hoodie version of it. It's pretty much the same color, and that's pretty much the end of the video. Let's end it right now. Hello everybody and welcome back to the second channel. Thank you for joining me today. We're gonna be going through the subreddit again, so kick back, relax, crack open a sparkling water with your boy, and cheers with your boy, and have a sip with your boy. Really excited to jump back into the subreddit. I don't think I've been on it at all since the last subreddit video I did. I've been so busy, so I don't think I've been on my subreddit at all, so I'm curious to see what people are talking about. Let's go top and let's go month. Okay, all right, love to see it. The first post is about the half marathon that I ran. This is the same thing on my Instagram, dude. Everybody was commenting on the fact that it says Daniel on my bib. Yeah, that's my name. I posted on my Instagram, ran my first half marathon yesterday, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was really excited for myself. All of the top comments are just Daniel, Daniel, Slay Daniel, Daniel. Oh, I accidentally liked that one. I posted this thing. I'm really proud of it, you know, like a really crazy accomplishment for me. I was super stoked on it, and everybody just wanted to comment on the fact that I have a full name. Wait till you guys find out I have a middle name too. You guys are gonna flip out. No one ever really does call me Daniel, and to be honest, I don't like going by Daniel. I never know whether I can put Danny on stuff like this. Like, do I have to legally put my legal name? I'm starting to think I don't, based on the reaction to this. Also, I love people saying this is photoshopped. I've made a big mistake in occasionally posting videos where I'm like trying to trick my audience, because now whenever I do cool shit that I think is cool, people are like, yeah, no, it's not real. You didn't do that. I'm getting gaslit by my own audience. I ran my first half marathon, dude. It was awesome. No, you didn't. You did not. Okay, we're getting some congratulatory comments in here as well. This person said, whoa, go Danny, good job. But then of course it's followed up by someone correcting them and saying, Daniel. This is Daniel now. Maybe I should change my second channel name to be Daniel Gonzalez. So the main channel is Danny. And then once you get to know me a little better, you find out I've got a real legal full name. Then you can come on over to Daniel Gonzalez and see what's good. This does bring up a good point, because I've seen a few people ask why my second channel is called Too Danny Too Furious. Like, I've seen posts on like Twitter and Reddit being like, is this a reference to something? I guess I didn't know that there were that many people that didn't know the movie Too Fast and Too Furious. Is that something that needs explaining? I just thought everybody knew that movie. But for those of you who don't know, the second Fast and Furious movie was called Too Fast Too Furious, so I figured if I'm doing a sequel to my original channel, I should name it Too Danny Too Furious. So I'm sorry if that was confusing. Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious how many people knew that and how many people like didn't understand it at all, but just kind of like silently accepted it and were like, oh, that's kind of weird. Okay, let's go back to the subreddit and see what people are saying. Wow, that guy looks like Danny and is also named Daniel. What a coincidence. Ha, right? I just thought it was funny to think of his name being Daniel. It sounds so serious. It does sound serious. That's why I don't go by Daniel or Dan. Whenever I meet older people, it's like they refuse to call me Danny. Just like anyone who's like older than like, I don't know, like 65. They want to call me Dan so bad, and I don't know what it is. Am I too old to be Danny? I just feel like I'm Danny. Dan sounds so serious and like boring to me that I don't want to go by Dan. But like for some reason, every old person in my life wants to call me Dan. No matter how many times I say my name is Danny, all of my public social media is Danny. Like I have a cousin who's a guy that always went by Jamie when he was younger, but now goes by James. Is that just a thing you're supposed to do when you become an adult? It's like take the Y out of the name, take the E at the end out. I don't know. No one ever teaches you these things. This isn't something they're gonna teach you in public school, guys. This is why the school system is so flawed. But like girls don't do that. Like there are lots of girls named Emily and Haley and Hillary. Girls don't start going by Hiller when they get older, or Emil. So why should I? Fuck that. No, I'm gonna be Dan. I don't like the name Dan, and I definitely don't like Daniel, so I'm gonna keep being Dan. He looks like he's in pain. I'm not exactly sure why I was making this face in this picture, but I don't think I was in pain. I was having a good time for most of it. I feel like something must have been going on just to my left. I've never run any like race like this before, so I was a little bit surprised at just how like wild and crazy people got. There were people wearing costumes and shit. There's one guy wearing a lobster costume the entire time. So maybe I saw some weird shit going on over here. Danny Gonzalez fans when they see someone named Greg. That's true. There's like a good portion of my DMs that are just like people sending me other people named Greg. Anytime someone just says the name Greg in a TikTok, I get tagged in it a bunch of times. And it's like, yeah, I know that, guys, I know there's people named Greg, all right? And honestly, I love to see it. Because if they're named Greg, that actually legally makes them a fan of my video. So, you know, I like keeping up with the fans. I like seeing what they're up to. My bearded dragon doesn't like Danny. Everything looks like angular. This is a Minecraft house. It's just a really big version. Oh shit, I think he was gonna try to attack me. Oh shit, he did attack me. Oh my god. Name the gecko Grego. Name the gecko Greg, or what is it? Oh, it's a bearded dragon, never mind. Name the bearded dragon, bearded Greg. I always have the same reaction when I see Danny. Yeah, honestly, even for me, like editing my videos is really hard because like every time I come up on the screen, I like jump onto my computer monitor to try to kill him. I just have that terrifying of a presence. I'm really scary. I think that's what makes me a really good sleep paralysis demon. It's just like the mere sight of me sends you into your fight or flight response. Danny coming up with the hottest bars known to mankind in songs about the dumbest possible topics. You know, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I actually do have a new song coming out soon. I'm not gonna say when, and I'm not gonna say what it's about, but there will be a new song at some point soon. So get ready for that. And I think it's pretty hard. And I do think it is about the dumbest possible topic. So I'm really staying true to my brand. Run, Danny, run. There I go again. So my dad took this picture. My mom and dad were there, and this is actually my mom's phone. This is my mom's phone case. So my dad is taking a picture of me, and you might be able to notice my mom's phone is like facing like over here. She's like not looking at me at all. When I ran by, I saw my parents, and I'm waving to them, and my dad is like waving and taking a picture back, and my mom is just like looking down the road, not at me. So the reason I'm making this face in this picture, you might notice I'm making kind of an sound with my mouth. That's because I was yelling, "Mom!" and trying to wave at her and be like, "I'm right here." And she actually never saw me. So she didn't see me cross the finish line until after my dad was like, "You know, he already like passed us, right?" Speedy Gonzalez. Maybe that's what I should make my second channel name. I'll rebrand to strictly running content. Danny looking hella speedy here. Yeah, this is pretty good. They caught me like mid-stride just at the right time. I feel like I look pretty strong there. I'm also about to finish the race, so I was running pretty fast at that point. I was like, get me out of here. I want to be done. What I saw when I opened my phone in a dream I had last night. Okay, excellent. We're getting some more dream lore. So this person in their dream opened their phone to find that Jarvis had posted in World War II that Curtis and I had just given birth to him. And Nancy and 1,300 others are digging it. I'm not really sure what this means for Danny dream lore. Does this check out at all with the sleep paralysis demon thing, or is this just gonna be its own thing? I've never seen my phone in a dream before. Yeah, that's a good point. I can't remember ever having a dream where I checked my phone. Guess I just kind of have better shit going on in my dreams, you know? I guess there's just kind of like more exciting stuff going on that I don't need to be glued to my freaking phone. Like some Gen Z millennial piece of trash. Imagine a dream where you're just like scrolling Facebook the whole time and it's just like really normal posts on Facebook. Hey, World War II, just so you know, I was just born. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just noticed that Danny and Laura have matching snail tattoos. Oh, someone noticed from, I guess, the post of us finishing the half marathon. Yeah, Laura ran it too, I should say. Laura did it too. And yes, we do have matching snail tattoos, but I should add, I wanted some way to differentiate them. And so I wanted my snail to be a cool snail. So mine has a tiny little backwards hat. You probably can't tell. You can't tell in the picture, but he's got a tiny backwards hat. How do you guys spot these things? Yeah, that actually is pretty impressive. In this original picture, That's so small. Got the CIA in the subreddit. That's actually some critical thinking right there. I love to see it. Very, very nice. Zooming in and enhancing on every part of my body. Very cool. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, wow, it's like real. I thought this was like a digital painting. Wait, gouache? Isn't that shit from that Troom Troom video? Gouache. Yeah, it's the stuff from the Troom Troom video. I didn't know what it was. Throwback to when Danny didn't know what gouache was. I still don't, dude. What video was that? Wasn't that the video where I was making like edible pranks? And now you're telling me gouache is paint and not edible? I don't understand. Did you paint this with frosting? What is gouache? And I'm definitely not gonna look it up. I've gone this long without knowing, so I think I'm fine. I don't think I need to look it up and Google it. I think my life has been just fine without knowing what gouache is. Honestly, I'm afraid to look it up because things have been going so well. I don't wanna fuck it up and find out. I love the color scheme. Yeah, it's really cool. Whatever gouache is, it's really popping. You did great. I watched the new movie Luca, and y'all can't say this ain't Danny. I'm gonna be honest, this guy just has a big nose. That's pretty much it. I don't think that looks like me, unfortunately. His hair is like way more curly than mine. He's got brown eyes and not blue eyes. He's got giant ears. He's an animated character. He's in water. I'm never in the water like that. It does not look like me. Sorry. Wait, oh, they put binary in the, I wasn't thinking critically, guys. There's like a binary code here. Now, I don't want to type this shit in, so I'm really hoping that somebody else in the comments saw this and typed it in for me, and so I don't have to do it. The top comment is, I wish Danny was real. That's not me. I am real. That's an animated kid. He's not real. That's from the movie Luca. Did nobody get the binary? Really? Nobody did it? Y'all are gonna make me type this in? Oh, okay. One person mentioned the code, but they said somebody else translate. I guess that's what I'm doing too, but goddamn, I don't want to type all that in. I would just like to point out that I did think critically enough to see the code. I'm just not gonna put in the effort to type it in. I'm so sorry. All right, let's go to what is hot right now on the subreddit. Now that we've looked at the past month, let's go and see what people are talking about right this minute. Danny, I found your biggest fan. Are these comments on my video? Danny equals Jesus. Wow, so wholesome. I love you. This is the best thing I have ever read. Danny, you are awesome. Danny, you made me cry. Shit. Honestly, I get it though. Plot twist, that's Danny. The Danny Gonzalez fandom just normally dreaming, and then Danny showing up in every single dream. I am kind of curious, like, I wish there was a way to put polls on YouTube videos, because now there's two things I want to know. I want to know about the Too Fast and Too Furious thing, and now I'm curious, what percentage of the audience has actually had a dream that I've been in? Because I won't be satisfied until I'm at 100% and they were all nightmares. Oh, I could do a YouTube community post. Let me do it right now, actually, and then we can see the results. This is genius. We can get results so fast. All I have to do is create a new post and say, sounds like a really creepy thing to ask. Have I appeared in one of your dreams? But if I word it differently, maybe it's not so creepy. Have you ever had a dream with me in it? Be honest, this is serious. Oh, dream/sleep paralysis. Okay, I'll post it right now. We'll circle back in a little bit after we go through the subreddit some more, and we'll see what happens, okay? This was so genius. This was the most genius thing I could have done. Rate my dad. I think he looks lovely in his makeup. Wow, very nice. Excellent. Good dad. I think that it might be a little orange up top. Maybe it's just the lighting. I would rate him, but I don't see any cable management. Yeah, cable management gets like an N/A out of 10. But dad overall, I don't know. There's not really much going on here aside from him wearing makeup. I'll give him a 9. He seems like a good dad. He doesn't really seem happy. I'm kind of worried about him. He almost looks taken off guard or something. His mouth is not even closed. It kind of looks like he just woke up from a nap where you put this makeup on him without him knowing. And you were like, Dad, and he was like, huh? And then you took the picture. Honestly, I'll give him an 8 out of 10. He looks too startled. And if he's like that all the time, then I don't know how good of a dad he is. 10 out of 10 solid dad. Okay, maybe, I mean, you know, that's my dad. He's skinnier now. That was late 2021. Rate him. Wow, this guy looks young. I 100% read this as rip him. My dad is definitely skinnier now. He's dead, so he weighs a lot less. I see a cable around his neck. There is no management. What? Oh, because he's wearing a necklace? Well, okay, he looks like he's having fun. He looks like he's playing dress up. You know, he's kind of iced out here too. He's got a cool watch on, a cool bracelet. I'll give this dad 8.1. 8.1 out of 10. This is my dad. He's an electrician, so don't worry about messy wiring. Let's go, dude. This guy knows what's up. All right. I know I just said I'm not giving out any 10s out of 10s, but this dad, he looks happy. He looks goofy. I know that cable management is on point. So this dad gets a 10 out of 10. Yeah, people in the comments are loving him. What do you mean your dad? He's our dad. What? What's going on? Is this real? Wait, did someone paint this? I can't tell if this whole thing is a painting that someone made or if this is some weird filter or like face replacement. It's me and Drew and Curtis. Oh, but we also have necklaces on that are like related to our videos. This feels like one of those portraits that like if we all had a house together, like an old mansion, this would be like above the fireplace. I don't know why Drew, Curtis, and I would ever own an old mansion together. Maybe like a content house type situation. I'm a dad and all I want is new music. Danny, I need new music. My creaky old bones only feel better when they're being massaged by the bass coming from your beats. Okay, well, I've got a song coming out, okay? I have a song, all right? And I made it and it's gonna come out. Fit people should not be funny. I honestly can't believe Danny is fit enough to run a half marathon. Not because he looks out of shape or anything, but in my mind, funny people are unfit and fit people are not funny. These are just the rules. Also, for the record, I am in incredible, awful shape. I suppose that is kind of a stigma that people have. I wonder if training for this half marathon has made me less funny. On a serious note though, I would recommend running. I do really like it. I don't want to make this whole video about running, but Laura and I both got into it at like the start of the pandemic when we didn't have anything else to do and like we couldn't go to the gym or anything, so the only thing we could do is just like go outside and run. And honestly, it's like a really cool hobby. I mean, like you're constantly developing yourself, you're constantly finding out that you're able to run a little bit farther and a little bit farther, and that's just doing it by yourself. Once you get into like running maybe like a 5K for like a cause or something, or like this half marathon, there's like a whole culture around running that I did not know existed. I guess I knew existed, but I'd never been a part of it before. After the half marathon, there's like a little party you go to where there's all these tents set up and you get like a beer and stuff, and it was pretty cool. So I don't know, I'd recommend it. You feel really good after a long run too. People say you get like a runner's high, and honestly, I get that. I get that. Okay, I'm kind of curious. I don't know if I've ever done this before in a subreddit video. I can't remember, but I don't usually go into the new tab, and I kind of want to see if there's anything there. So let's click on new. I just want to see like what is the most recent thing that someone's posted about me. Okay, it's like a sexual dream about me. Never mind.
Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man?
Yo, there's some weird shit getting posted on new. Finish the sentence. Danny is Drew. Ha! A sleep paralysis demon. Let's go! Yeah! Watching always. The new Meat King, 13 years old. That's pretty fucked up. Okay, honestly, not that much to see in new. So it's a good thing that we usually only do hot and top. So, all right, well, I suppose we can end this, but let's go back to the poll and see what people are saying. Have you had a dream / sleep paralysis with me in it? Be honest, this is serious. I'm gonna refresh the page and we're gonna see how far we are in our escapade to be a sleep paralysis demon. Okay, so we got 15% yes and 85% no. Honestly, if people are really truly being honest, that's pretty fucking impressive. 15% of the 3,000 people that have voted so far have said yes. And if you think about it, my videos get 1 million views. 15% of 1 million is what, like 150,000? I'd call that an epidemic. I'd say that I'm sweeping the nation. Let's see what people are saying. You were actually like a background character in many of my dreams over many nights. Like something would be happening, like a flood, and you'd just be standing panicking with everyone else. The truth hurts. I really want you to be in my nightmares, but it just hasn't happened yet. I'm so sorry, Danny. Maybe I need to do something scary in real life to get people more scared of me. Can I do something that would be scary and that would make you have a nightmare about me? Ah! Okay, maybe we'll do this poll next time and see if that helped. Danny, I have. It was actually one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. I was in a dark room with a single light hanging. You were sitting at the interrogation table. I walked over and sat at the opposite side, not really knowing what was happening. You looked up at me and your eyes went hollow like some horror movie shit. I woke up right afterwards, but I will remember it forever. Wow, okay. I'm loving this. I'm tormenting people. Okay, now it's at 14% yes, but you know, it'll probably even out somewhere around there. Okay, well, very interesting. Thank you guys for watching. I very much enjoy going through the subreddit, so keep on posting on there. We've got almost 90,000 Gregs. That's pretty sick. And I'll see you next time. Bye.